How y'all doing? Hope y'all ready for some awesome rando action here. Brought to you by the team, the RGL team. My name is Weapon. I'll be hosting or commentating for this race between the GliitchWiitch and the RPGChick. They're going to go ahead and be running this particular game here. And I'm going to go ahead and let them know that they're ready. They can start whenever. And we'll go ahead and hopefully get this thing running here pretty quick. All right. Go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's see what's going to happen. Y'all ready for this? Hope y'all. It's going to be great. It's going to be good times. Excellent good times. All right, starting in 10, 3, 2, 1, and they're off. Ish. There we go. Now they're off. All right, so this is Soul Blazer Randomizer, and they start off strong with a sword of life, so they can actually kill stuff. So basically, this is Soul Blazer. The general story is you're this angel little defender weapon character who's going to go around and save the world. And of course, like any good randomizer, blame ever hate. First two things we start off here with is the Sword of Life, the starting weapon, which is nice. That way you don't start off without, being able to kill things, because it's kind of necessary. And some delicious seeds. Those delicious seeds won't take effect until later. We're going to toss those at a squirrel later, hopefully for some items. But as you can see with RPGChick on the right there, she's already in the dungeon here killing off these little flies. This is kind of an interesting setup for a video game. They have these enemies tucked away in these pods, and you kill all the enemies, break the pod, and they release either an item or a character or a building or a combination thereof. I managed to say weapon so quickly into the commentary. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So ideally the things that we really need to find as quickly as possible is the soul gear, which is required to beat the game, the Phoenix. We find a door key, that'll be good for Dr. Leo's lab a little bit later. Generally speaking, with this particular randomizer, all the items are moved, all the characters that you spawn by breaking the layers move. They're not always going to be the same. Items in the box is going to be different. And Red Hot Ball! Oh my goodness. Those are also required. There are 3 red hot items that give us access to the final world, and that's one of them. That's a fantastic item to get out of the way early on. There's several things during the game that we do need to find. We do need to find the stones so we can go world to world. We do need to find the hot ball, the stick, and the hot mirror. Those release an item as well, as help us get access to the final areas. If I'm wrong on any of these points, please feel free to correct me. It has been a while since I've run this. Here we go, we're releasing a singer. This particular singer opens a building, which also leads way to another particular item. Normally it is a key card, but obviously this is randomizer, it could be anything. GliitchWiitch also going ahead and unlocking the same thing. A strange bottle! It's one of the little more common items in the game. The strange bottle allows you to keep all of your gems upon death. By the way, you use magic in this game once you unlock a spell. Those spells use gems to fire. Depending on how powerful the spell is, the more gems it'll use. Generally speaking, the magic is very, very, very useful to have. There's some very useful spells you can pick up during the game, some very bad ones. Old woman, good, good. That is actually the house of the old man that normally gives you one of the stones. But Strange Bottle is a good item to have. You have to have it on your person when you die, otherwise you'll just lose your gems. So it's kind of a pain in the backside to keep getting the gems. One of the tactics you see RPGChick using there is using the crab walk. Basically, your character holds the sword out in a direction, and you can walk pretty much anywhere you want while your character will continue to point in that direction. That's useful for not only killing enemies quickly with the swings, but because you have your sword out, you can actually quickly tick down enemies' health. Emblem F, another good item to have picked up. The emblems normally, in the randomizer maybe not so much, but in normal gameplay, the emblems allow you to eventually unlock the magic bell, which gives you unlimited magic. A very, very, very powerful item, but those are usually very, very hard to find in normal gameplay. And I don't think they're nearly as necessary or as useful in randomizer, but because I think you could find the bell at any point with or without the emblems. The emblems just give you an item. Could be anything. Cat unlocking some of the same pass boy that RPGChick just got on there, right? So you're going to see pretty much up until the end of this area, I guarantee you that the gameplay is going to look very similar between GliitchWiitch and RPGChick here. They're going to go through this underwater area until they can get into the next area. And there's the village chief, who normally gives us one of the stones. So there's not going to be too much different between the two until there's a divergence. So, RPGChick going to take a death warp to get out of here. You have unlimited continues. There's not really anything in the way of that. It warps you back to the pinnacle, which you can heal and save and go back into the village or transfer to another area. RPGChick's going to immediately take the action to go get the stone item there, which is going to be the greenwood leaf. Cat also taking a death. Greenwood leaf is a very important progression item in the next area, which it looks like RPGChick is going to immediately go ahead and proceed to. Which is good. I think at this point there's not really a whole lot of choice of which direction to go, so you're just going to have to keep going, keep going, keep going. So this is the forest area, an area primarily and exclusively for talking animals, which is, it's kind of it's an annoying area with one or two particular creatures that you're going to see here soon. The lizards are fun. They normally just spawn off the water. And we have the bridge, so we have a little bit more progression in the first world. That allows us to get a few more places. No items yet, I believe, have been unlocked yet, or things that'll lead to items. That's just fine. Lizard guys shooting fireballs everywhere. These mudmen aren't too bad. I can't see. there we go. So one of the things that they do in the randomizer, they also change how many creatures can be in a thing, what creatures can be in any layer. It's a layer. Let's call it what it is. Changes how many creatures are in a layer and how quickly they spawn out of the layer. So ideally, obviously, since this is a randomizer, this is all about the speed. You want the layers that dump all of the creatures out as quickly as possible so you can take them down as quickly as possible. It's great, but there are a few places where that can very negatively hamper the game. It is a Super Nintendo game. It does have the potential for lag, believe it or not. Alright, let's see what she gets. She gets another mole. Sweet. That'll come into play later. Yeah, there are some creatures that if you get too many on the screen, and you'll see this most likely in Dr. Leo's lab in the model towns coming up later. If you get too many creatures on the screen, you actually can't cast magic or do much of anything. And there are some creatures that you can only hit from a range, so that's bad. These statues are annoying. These are probably one of the worst enemies in the game because you have to wait for them to disappear, then reappear, fire, and then they disappear immediately. So they're really, really, really troublesome. Of course, RPGChick's played this game plenty of times, so she knows exactly how to deal with these guys. She's got it. Cat opening up her bridge to get into the first of the 3 temples of the forest world. Thank you, enemy. And we do have the audio coming from Glitch's side. We may switch back and forth here from time to time, depending on where the players are at. Some of these areas have some really awesome music. I gotta say though, my absolutely favorite music of this game is in the Dr. Leo's lab, the Metal Labyrinth, or the Metal Lab. Very, very good stuff. You'll hear that hopefully in a little bit. No, you will. You will. Not a hopefully, you will. But yeah, this is a fantastic game. This is a game I grew up with as a kid, and I was stoked when I found out somebody made a randomizer of it. This stuff is great. But one special game I like to play whenever I try to play this game, I like to play the herb game. And the herb game is how many herbs can you find in the game as early as possible. So, in the game, you have medicinal herbs. Medicinal herbs will heal you when you reach 0 health. It's an amazingly powerful item. The problem is in the randomizer, the herb is almost the most useless item in the game. Granted, it's nice to have the health refill when you die, but the herbs tend... Herb or herb? You're gonna say herb or herb, depending on, you know, how you want to pronounce it. I do both. I enjoy people. It's fine. So we're gonna count up the herbs as best we can as the contestants here get them. So anytime an herb gets picked up, I want to see shout outs of herbs in chat. I need to see chat blow up with herbs every time. So there's one of our model towns. Again, RPGChick has already picked it up. Cat's unlocked it now as well. We'll see that later once we get to Leo's lab. Yes. Just herbs. No, they're not nothing special about the herbs. They're just herbs. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Actually, I do a little bit of programming, not much, but I actually ended up making a tracker application specifically for... Oh, cat goes down. So she's gonna have to run back there. It's gonna take her just a few moments. Hola! So Blaze. Yeah, the joke is made. The joke is made. You get herbs in a game called Blazer. You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We don't talk about those things here. Cough. All right, Mudmen. Oh, they're spawning quick, so that'll be good. So Blaze. Mudmen are the easiest ones here. The two enemies in this area that are absolutely annoying is... Oh, they got a little bit of mountain action there. Got a mushroom up in there. The two enemies to not want to get is the statues and the plants that reach for you. Because when the plants are reaching... They haven't seen one yet, but when they're reaching for you, they're invincible. It's a wee joke. Yes, we get it. We understand. Alright, so she's gonna run over here and grab these plants. These plants normally spawn outside, but thanks to the randomizer magic, we got them inside the layers. Also, when you level up, when you do level up, you do restore your health to maximum. You do get that nice little bonus. And goat food. Goat food's not terribly useful, but it does lead you to an item, so it could be useful. Cat doing the statue dance. Let's see what we got over here. I think we got lizards. Yep, we got lizards. Oh, and they all spawn. That's a good one. That's a good one. Good time for that. Good time for that. So the game features a fairly decent item system where... Let me see what you get. The Lucky Blade! That's actually a pretty decent early drop, but not necessary, but it's decent. A little bit better blade. So you have, in your start menu, you have 3 panels in the front for weapon, armor, and magic. So far, racers have only found 1 extra sword. That would be RPGChick with the Lucky Blade. I'm sure Cat will be there shortly. Tool shop owner. Tool shop owner normally gives you medicinal herbs, but she can and will give you something different. Also, with the item menu, you do have a second screen. Dream Rod, excellent. That's a good first area item for progression. And also, there's a few creatures elsewhere that's useful for. There's also the item screen. Very large item screen. Lots of items in the game to find. Again, we all know randomizer, those get placed pretty much anywhere. But to talk about the items that we just found, the goat food is given to a goat in the first town, who will end up leading you to a item in the fence, which is normally, I believe, just a medicinal herb. There we go, herb! Let's get them herbs in chats. Herb needs to be this marathon's orb, but that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Let's not do that. Herb! Herbs in chat. There we go. But the other item that she got there is the Dream Rod. The Dream Rod allows the character to go into another creature's dream if they're sleeping. This is useful in the first world to go into Lisa's dream to unlock an item. It is also useful later on to go into a young creature's dream to see where the items that they leave behind are, and a couple other places in the game. So the Dream Rod is a useful item for getting multiple items. Actually, one also including in this area. Oh no, Cat! No, Cat! Why? All right. So RPGChick's gonna go on with more statue fighting action. She's going to go out in the open. It's a little easier to fight those guys out in the open than it is in the little corridor here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over audio to where RPG is at. Let me see if it's looking... There we go. That's good. Excellent. Alright, so she's going to go ahead and take down some statues here. We're going to keep fighting the good fight here. Nice emote. Yes, that is the herb emote. Feel free to drop as many of those, well, a few of those. I don't want you to get auto-banned for no good reason. Drop a few of those in chat anytime we pick up a mythical herb. RPGChick's gonna unlock Lou! Dolphin Lou, one of the characters necessary to progress past the water world. So that's excellent. That's excellent. We're getting a lot of good progression openers. Not a lot of items. Not a lot of super items. I mean, the Dream Rod is a good one to get. Lucky Blade's a good weapon to get, but Dream Rod doesn't lead you anywhere. Hidden item. Bam. Oh, snap! There's one of our 3 legendary items that we need. Again, as I said earlier, 3 legendary items that you need is the Soul Blade, the Soul Armor, and the Phoenix. All 3 are required to fight Death Toll, the final boss this area. And there's the Grabby Plants. And thank goodness it was just 1. Alright, some steps. So we got some progression in Dr. Leo's lab as well, so we have some places we can go hunt for some gear. Cat grabs her herb! My herbs. Come on, toss the herbs out. Yeah, these plants aren't very difficult, but they can spawn a bunch of those little butterflies, which can be very, very trolly. There's our wood guardian. So now we can even progress past the forest now. So let's see if RPGChick chooses to clear this area or take the death. I'm going to assume she's going to clear it. There's not much left here to do. And this, I believe, unlocks one of the teleporters to the pinnacle. I'm going to call it the pinnacle. I don't know what the actual name of it is. I'm not even going to try to learn it. Pinnacle makes sense. Nope, my bad. That one's a treasure, not the teleporter. And she gets... another herb! So in every area there are 3 teleport points that go back to the pinnacle. And the pinnacle, again, you can heal and save from there and transfer to other areas that you unlock. Most of them you get just progressively that will take you. You'll find them and unlock them, and you can just keep going from there. Some of them will have one of them already unlocked for you by doing some certain action. So you don't actually necessarily see it by finding it. You just see it because it gets unlocked. She's gonna kind of ignore those guys. The Soul Blade! Oh my goodness, we got 2 of the 3 big items. So she is going to switch to the Soul Blade, and even though one of this game's interesting mechanics is you have to be high enough level to swing the weapon, but you don't have to be a high level to hold it out. And also, the Soul Blade is the only weapon that can kill traps. And because it can kill the traps, she's going to level up amazingly fast. She's going to stick here, she's going to use that Soul Blade and poke some spikes. That is an amazing early item to find. That will allow her to, depending on how far she goes with it, will allow her to eventually be able to swing the blade. And given where she's at, yes, you can destroy the traps. And it's the only weapon that will do it. That is an amazing early item to find. And I believe the Soul Blade requires you to be level 23 to swing it. And if I had to guess, I think RPGChick's going to take the time to do that. No, not really the cheap blade. This is randomizer. With the randomizer, things can appear just about anywhere. The only challenge is, even with having the Soul Blade, if I'm not mistaken, you will still need the Zantetsuken blade, or Zantetsu blade, which kills metal creatures, and you will still need the Soul Blade, which allows you to kill spirit creatures, or spirit blades, that kills ghosts and whatnot. I believe those are still required, even despite the fact that the Soul Blade can kill the invincible traps. Okay, so she's going to go ahead and take it to level 20. She's going to go ahead and move along. As I said earlier, you can just hold the weapon out. It doesn't do nearly as much damage as a swing, but because that weapon is so powerful, it's just going to instantly kill all of these creatures. And she's just going to hold it out and just murder. And if I'm not mistaken, if Kat knows that trick too, she'll probably be doing the same thing. Alright. Strange bottle. Thank you, Mermaid, for a useless item that we already have. Appreciate it. I know, right? But anyways, yeah, the being able to destroy the traps in this game is an amazing thing. And normally, you can't do it unless you have the Soul Blade. So they don't expect you to be able to come to these earlier areas and just grind up an experience on various random traps that are hanging around. They don't expect that. And again, randomizer, you can't really expect anything. All you can expect is a good time. So these plant monsters are normally really nasty to fight. Okay, she's going to go ahead into the next dungeon. I don't know if you can kill these or not. I don't think you can kill them with the Soul Blade. I think you still have to have the Zantetsuken. Yeah, no, she's not trying. So yeah, you still have to have the metal killing sword to kill these guys. Okay, we get herb! Good times, good times, good times. So there's ghosties here. Some of these ghosties you can kill with any weapon. This is actually not a ghostie. This is just a fireball guy. These guys are pretty tough, but not too bad. So what's interesting is, yep, there you go. Kat's gonna pull out her sword too, but she does not take the time to level up on the spikes. I don't know if she knows that trick. But yeah, Hawk Laser, you're absolutely correct. Generally speaking, did she? Generally speaking, as the game progresses, if you do kill all the layers as you go along, you should eventually have enough experience to wield the swords that you get them. Occasionally, you'll get one or two swords a little sooner than your level expects it, but generally speaking, you get items as you're able to use it. But yeah, that Magic Flare, there's our first spell that we can use. By the way, you cannot use Phoenix until you have the full set of soul gear. You cannot swing it. Soul Blade, Soul Armor, and these Phoenix have to be owned to be able to use the Phoenix. Okay, hey guys. Alright, sorry about that. It's raining tacos, apparently. Okay, so here's some of the ghosties. I believe we could still kill... I don't know if we could still kill these without having the Soul Sword. I know the big Spirit Orb things that float around in the next chamber you can't kill without it. Okay, so Soul Blade can kill the Metal Scorpions. Okay, that's good to know. I think she didn't bother with it because in the previous area because you still have to cross over to the other half to be able to benefit from killing those. So I apologize for that. Elemental Mail. We have our first piece of armor and is the second strongest armor in the game. We are very front loaded for gear for this game. So really, as far as the major gear, we're just looking for the soul armor. And then of course, once we've done that, we just need to progress through to the end of the game. Again, we'll need to collect a few things along the way, but that's okay. We'll get it. But yeah, the elemental armor is an amazing piece of gear. It's great to see that herb on Kat's side. I'm keeping it up, I promise you. There's about 20 or 30 or so herbs in the game that can get randomized through. And depending on how long it takes you to find it, yeah, we're going to be at it for a while. Kat getting her magic flare. She looks like she's going to hook it up. So there are 8 spells. There's the normal standard fireball, which is a very powerful, very potent piece of gear. Very, very good. There's the light arrows, which in my opinion is probably the best magic spell you can get. Because it's fairly cheap and it's very, very powerful. Got another mole there on RPGChick side. The rotator, which is a really cool attack, takes a lot of magic to use, but it causes you to have like a circle of death around you for a few moments. There's the magic flare, which you can set down essentially a bomb, but the longer you hold the charge, the bigger the bomb gets as far as size. So that can be useful to catching enemies that are stationary out of reach. Usually magic light arrow is good enough for that, but the magic flare can be useful. There's a tornado. You can have a tornado spell. Hey, another crocodile. The tornado spell is pretty fun. It just sets a tornado off and it kind of buzzes around. Very powerful, but very expensive. What you just saw, that RPG chick just ran across that bridge. Those bridges superheat, and there's only one way to avoid there's an elemental mail for cat. Sweet! We got our progression from there as well. The bridges, there's only one way to actually dodge taking damage from them is either waiting for it, or if you have the ice armor, which you normally do get from the forest area, you can literally pop that on and walk across the bridge without any damage. Yeah, King McGriddles. I could seriously go for McGriddle right now. Why would you do that to me? Holy snot. Oh no, we just lost, I just lost RPG chick here. Hold on. Oh no, I just lost a lot of things. Oh, we're working on it. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. My internet just hiccuped. Alright, give it just a moment. We'll get it back up and running here. There we go. We're back. Beautiful. Alright, so apologize if I missed anything, but like I said, the fire bridges there, you do have to have ice armor to cross, otherwise you have to just wait and build it up as you go. RPG Chick has got a very, very distinct advantage right now. They're in pretty much the same place, but because RPG Chick took the time to destroy a lot of the invincible traps, or not so invincible traps with the Soul Blade, she was able to literally get twice as many levels as Cat has right now. And that I'm sure can and will play a part here later. Flame Ball! Hey, there's your first magic spell. Pre-recorded. Yes, it is. Absolutely. And King McGriddles over there. By the way, thank you, 3-2. He's now King McGriddles. He's now King McGriddles. Don't worry about it. Everything's still good over there. Everything still looks good. All right. All right. So we got some one of the guards to one of the towers. Those towers are in the castle area, which is one of the last areas of the game. You need the cards to get in them, and I believe if you get the one card, the platinum or the VIP card, I'm not sure which one. One of them will allow you in both. I think I could be wrong on that. I think it might just be one for one or the other. Hang on. There things be happening. Okay. So they're both progressing pretty nicely here. Things are progressing nicely. Let's see. Okay. Yes, you can. There's Cat's Flame Ball there. Again, Flame Ball is the cheapest spell, the first spell you get, but it's very, very useful. Alright, unlocking the mouse. I don't think that one has any items. And see, she's got some items coming up here. The Big Pearl! Big Pearl is a item that you can turn in the water world to a dolphin. Yes, a dolphin wants that. And you can get another item. There's a mouse in a house. Alright, and up we go. So RPG Chick's done with the fire labyrinth here. She's going to go ahead and open up her bridge so she can easily cross through. And I believe she's probably going to go ahead and take out these metal creatures now that she's done it. There might be some layers that are easily skipped just because they give you a little bit of extra room or progression to walk into the map, and those aren't really beneficial to just take out. I missed which one. Silverstone, one of the stones in the game required to help open up the final area. Or she just went back to get it. Yep. And we have a Burb! Burb by Turbo's Tomb. Rip Turbo. Turbo was the bestest of puppers. Turbo was the bestest of puppers. You'll see Turbo, actually in Illusions of Gaia. It makes a little bit of a cameo. By the way, we got that, Cat got that leaf, or excuse me, RGL... Hi, this is RGL. RPGChick got the leaf earlier, so she could just get on the raft. And Cat got it as well, so she'll be able to hop right on there in a bit. The Great Door. That Great Door is one of the spirits that you can get to tag along. We actually got one earlier that gives you the magic ball. It just doesn't look like it just because when you started you had it. But there are multiple spirits in the game that allow you to see hidden objects, protect you from fiery falls of death. Of course, the first one gives you the ability to cast magic. There's all sorts of fun goodness with those spirits. And that door is actually one of those spirits. So I doubt that RPGChick will grab it, but since it's unlocked, she may. The green stone. We got another stone already. That's very nice. Alright, into the Spirit Temple. And the Spirit Temple features these gigantic fireball spirits that I think, like I said, normally you need the Spirit Sword to kill. But being that she can kill metal creatures with the Soul Blade, I think that might, I think that transposes over to Spirit, killing these spirits as well. So this Spirit Temple, the Light Temple, as it's called, I believe, features all these lovely little laser beams that you have to unlock. But she's going to take advantage of those laser walls to let some of these enemies spawn and just kill them from a distance. Cat making her way there too, very, very, very shortly. Open up some of these walls. Killing all those spirits does also unlock another layer. So she will go ahead and do all that fun stuff to get that open. Cat gets her Great Door. Open up all these laser doors. These Inviso lizards are pretty annoying because they like to disappear. You cannot hit them until they've reappeared. Hello. Excellent, Smithers. Alright. We get the big house on the hill. Cat unlocks that there. Imagine RPGChick has gotten that as well. Yes, she did. Taking very, very strong use of the bridges. Although with as high a level as she is, it's probably not really as necessary for her to do that. It's still a good safety measure, nevertheless. Alright. I think she's got one more spirit left, and she'll get that last chamber open. There we go. She's gonna go ahead and kill some more lizards. Little bit of lag. There we go. Little bit of lag there. I apologize for that. There we go. Do sincerely apologize for that. Timer's still going. Timer still looks good. Excellent. Let's drop that down. We don't need that. There we go. Good. So, this is, again, the forest area. It features 3 temples. The first temple is the water temple. Second is the fire temple. Third temple is the light temple. As you can see, RPGChick is just going to go ahead and just charge right through here. Normally there is a spirit that will light the area up for you so you can see where you're going. But RPGChick has played this enough times that I'm sure she knows the way like the back of her hand. This area is not too hard to figure out blind. If any of you have ever played Legend of Zelda Link to the Past or Link to the Past randomizer, it's kind of like the same idea, doing the dark chambers, doing the chambers without having the lantern. Same general idea. However, the spirit that gives you the visibility of light through the dark here doesn't really do a lot for you, other than, yeah, you can see the area. However, this particular creature is invisible until it starts moving, apparently. So you gotta sit there and just poke him. Cat doing some poking of some ghosts there herself. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool, fun things about this game. It's one that, under normal circumstances, just simply takes a while to play, but it's very fun. It features a lot of really cool little skills that you can pick up, little magics and whatnot, unlocking the world, rebuilding the world. It's a really cool concept. Of course, ActRaiser played a little bit on that. This game plays on that. And if you ever played it, the Dark Cloud games, Dark Cloud also has this very similar kind of setup. So if you're interested in a game that plays like this, if you can get a hold of a PlayStation 2 and Dark Cloud, or I believe it's on the PlayStation Store now, any one of the Dark Cloud games feature very similar. The world's locked away and you have to go and break these chambers to release them. It's really neat. But this is the RGLove 3. This is the 3rd year that we've done the RGLove event. It is actually not only 8 days of retro gaming love, it is also a fundraiser for Retro Gaming Live that helps us to continue to put on such awesome events as this. And I'm glad that everybody's here, and I hope you're all enjoying yourselves quite a bit. I know I am already. It just started a little while ago, so we got plenty of stuff to go through. We got well over 200 and some odd games for you. I hope you're excited. I really hope you're excited, because I know I am. A lot of content, a lot of good speed runs, a lot of casual runs, some straight up shenanigans. I know in a little bit. After this, we've got another randomizer with GliitchWiitch. She's going to be playing Illusions of Gaia randomizer, and then after that will be some Prop Hunt. Prop Hunt has always been a huge hit in the past. I'll be tagging in along with that one, hopefully. Got some tulips going on over here at Cat Screen. RPGChick looks like she might be a little bit stuck here looking for something. Yeah, she looks like she's a little stuck. I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but she's kind of tagging along there. Cat's gonna go back, get a quick heal. She's also in the same area. If I had to guess, I think RPGChick's looking for the boss. There it is. Boss should go down like a sack of potatoes, because she's got the soul sword, so she just has to poke him, and they just go down. This is actually an extremely difficult boss under normal circumstances, at least in my opinion. But RPGChick takes it down, no problem. And we unleash a mermaid that can't be recalled. So generally what happens, and normally you don't see this in normal gameplay very much, but if you unlock something that relies on an area existing that is unlocked from another creature, what will happen is they'll just stay there floating in place where they normally would spawn until that place has actually been revealed, and then you can access them. So it's kind of a neat thing. That's actually part of the normal vanilla game, but generally speaking, by the point you actually unlock those particular ones, normally that doesn't happen. Normally you've already found that particular target. There's the tulip again. So one of the two of those tulips has items for us, one form or another. I look forward to seeing what those have for us. So from Cat's Tracker I have here, you guys I can't see it, but from Cat's Tracker we have 3 swords available to us, 1 piece of armor, and with that we've got all the weaponry we need, and almost all the armor we need. Oh, and we get the pass. The pass in Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, also being played, I think, Saturday or Sunday. Normally very good in that game. In this game, it just gives us access to a couple items. So we cross the crocodile, talking to the sleeping bird. Burb is gonna open a path for us. There's Turbo. Peace, guys. Which will allow us to get an item from his grave right here. Which normally, Mole's Ribbon, which normally would be the leaves we need to get to the temples. However, we get Mole's Ribbon, which we can immediately turn in. But we can't because we haven't unlocked that mole yet. So, we'll have to come back later on, maybe, and see if that's going to be useful to us. She's going to poke around a little bit, and off we go. Off to the next area. So she does have a few things in the first area she can do now if she wanted. But if I had to guess, she's going to keep going. I am very wrong. She's going to go back and clear up. She's going to go back and clear up some stuff. So in the area, hang on, let's see what we get. Leo's Brush. Oh, we can actually finish this area now. At least the major battle areas. This area has, I think, 2 or 3 dungeons? Yeah, 2 or 3 dungeons. And one of them you access by hitting a painting with a brush. That's right, you gotta ruin somebody else's hard work just so that you can make it pretty. Alright, free item, ice armor. There's that ice armor I was talking about. Not terribly required, but there you go. Not at this point, not with the elemental mail. That could come into use later in Leo's lab if she chooses to use that across the fire bridges that are there. I don't know if she will or not. Into the painting we go, and this is the first place where you would normally run into enemies that you can't kill. That would be the little metal guys buzzing around. Normally you have to come back here later with the metal sword that you find in Dr. Leo's lab to kill them. But since we have the Soul Blade, we actually don't have to worry about that too much. More maybe. Was that the queen? I think it was the queen. I missed it. Was that the queen? It might have been the queen. I looked away for a second. The mimic tiles. Hope you like mimics. There's a few of those in the game. Yeah, that was the queen. She got the queen. I got my replay going on down here. So there's these spear throwing guys. These guys are tough, but not tough enough. Are you tough enough to save the president? Yes, I am, Duke. Yes, I am. Kill some more jerk burbs and unlock. Okay, looks like Cat's going back as well. There's the king. Needed 2 dancing grandmas too at some point. That's right, we got dancing grandmas in this game. Cat's gonna go back and clear up. She's probably gonna go to the if she got the tool shop on her, I think she did. She'll be jumping in here too. Okay, more jerk burbs. Cat got the Soul Blade, yes. She got it in the same place. She got it immediately. They've been pretty much side by side for as far as where they've gone so far. There hasn't been very much divergence yet. But given the items and the process that they've been dropping, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot. Hopefully Cat remembers to go into the shop. She does, so she will be going into Leo's lab very shortly. Or Leo's painting, I should say. Zantetsu! There's the metal killing sword, but at this point, like I said, because with the Soul Blade, it doesn't matter. And there's another metal jerk there. Some fire torches, which normally aren't out of a layer. Again, another one of those characters that aren't out of a layer, but they're there. Yes, this is a weapon. And there's the tornado. Very fun spell. Is this even randomized? Because I believe that is normally the tornado, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, commentating this, I don't see it anywhere. I am Weapon. I'm also another one of the RGLove team members. I'll be on here later with a couple games. But right now we've got GliitchWiitch, also known as Cat. If you're curious why I keep saying Cat instead of GliitchWiitch. And we've got theRPGChick. Both no strangers to RPGs or the Quintet games. Let's see what we got going on. RGLove released a doll! The doll has been released. Fear it. But yeah, there's a lot of the metal monsters here that you wouldn't normally be able to kill without the Zantetsu. But again, the Soul Blade has made that easier for us, and they are pretty close. Despite some deaths that Cat took earlier, they're actually very close. So they're not really. Cat's not too far behind. Got a little old man by the little underwater water. Yeah. Both players have the Soul Blade, and both players have the Phoenix. So we just need the Soul Armor, and they'll have all the gear they need to actually fight in the last area of the game. And use Phoenix, of course. For those who weren't here yesterday, yes, we had the Dizcathlon was a phenomenal race, 10-game Disney game race. The winner of that was, I believe, BMAC Attack, followed closely up second place by Anthole. It was a fun event. If you missed it, there should be some VODs for that at some point. Look back to that here at another point. But right now, we got Retro Gaming Live TV's RGLove version 3, year 3. 8 days of fantastic video gaming history, both as speedruns and casual play. Not all the games are going to be true speedruns. Not all the games are not going to be. So it'll be fun. But this is our annual week-long marathon fundraiser to help our staff. Schedule's right there. Thank you for the RGLove link there. It's going to have all the games we're going to be playing. We got a chest of drawers, usually an item or so in there. Or usually asks you to put a herb in it, I think. Is that the storage herb drawer? I don't remember. That's fine. Alright, now we got this guy. This guy appears in... Oh, well, okay, bye. Nice to see ya! Bye! That is normally the first actual boss you fight in the game. But again... our RPGChick is at endgame level with our endgame gear. The Swordmaster there is not even a challenge. That particular monster does appear also in Illusions of Gaia as the special hidden boss. Normally, Kat has assured me that is not necessarily the case. So hang out in the randomizer and check that out. That's coming up next. But he is normally much harder in the Illusions of Gaia than he is in this game. He moves and acts similarly, but he is an absolute pain. So RPGChick is going to go check out the town, see if she's got anything that she needs to pick up, see if she's missed anything. Got some ivies hanging out there. Nope. She's making her rounds, just checking out things. I think she's picked up everything that she can from here, but she's just double checking. And medical herb. Let me see your herbs in chat, kids. And fem and beeps, and I'm cool, right? Anyways, herb. She did check the shop already, so she's gonna probably just clean up here. It looks like she's okay, she's comfortable. So she's gonna take that teleporter and she's gonna move on to the mountain, I believe, is the next place. Nope, it's the river, the water. Waterland or Waterworld. Yeah, she's going to Waterworld. There we go. I'll get it eventually. I'll get it eventually. There you go. There's my herb. Okay, now she's in Waterworld. The problem with Waterworld is that unless you have the bubble armor, you can't do most of it. Herb! More herbs! Yeah, she doesn't have the bubble armor, so she can't do a lot of the game, a lot of the world here. But she can pick up a few items. So, she gets a strange bottle. Meh, not really worthwhile. There's another chest she's going to be able to grab here. And I think, because she got the queen, she can move on. Some gems. Not too bad. But yeah, there's not a lot she can do here, so she has to move on. Unless she wants to brave the water. Oh, she's going to do it. She's braving the water. So without the bubble armor, your character slowly starts to drown. But she's going to take it. She's going to run to the next area right next to it. So she's going to clear out a little bit. She's not going to be able to do much here, but it's better than nothing. There you go. So we got living rocks. And for her trouble, she released a lonely goat. Okay. Cat also finished up her her battle with the Sword Master. I'm just going to call him the Sword Master. That's probably not his actual name, but I'm going to call him that. We're going to grab the herb. Herb! Get a quick heal. She's going to take on the actual first part of this area. So basically when you run in, they tell you, oh, our world's been torn apart, everything's been captured. You go back up to the pinnacle, and you'll have this area to go into. So you have some stuff you can take out. Getting a lot of stuff from the mountain out of here. A lot of gnomes, a lot of mushrooms. Talking mushrooms, obviously. You don't want to, they're talking mushrooms, leave them alone. And snails. Cat gets her herb from the queen, unlocks an area in the water world. Let's see what she plans, how she takes it, what she does with it. She's gonna grab her 2 items here. Where's that love bug at? Nice. Speaking of retro, well played. Speaking of retro. Alright, we get a girl! There we go. Cat gonna run up the other side there as well. She's gonna get her 1 target out of the water area that she can get under the water. Meanwhile, RPGChick's gonna clear out her area here. Probably the most annoying character in this area to fight has got to be the birds. They have a lot of health, and they don't normally have too many actual chambers in the game. But the problem is with normal gameplay when you get here, those birds are very, very difficult to beat. The Metal Mantis, thank you. That was actually the character's name. I appreciate it. I just called him the Sword Master. But yeah, the Metal Mantis is the name of that creature, the boss. Herbert the Angry. There you go. Alright, we have our goat. Nope, that wasn't the one I thought had the goat pen. Once you unlock the goat pen, there is an item in the bottom right-hand corner of that pen. You can get that without giving the goat food to the goat. But, you know, it's a nice gesture. Because if you give the goat food in the randomizer, it gives you a tip of where something very valuable is at. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's usually just the soul armor, which is great because that's what we need. But we'll see if we get the goat unlocked, and we'll see if either of the two players here go after it. So far, it's been a pretty even seed per as far as routing. Both players have done pretty much the exact same thing. They've gone the exact same places. In a randomizer, you do have the option and ability for things to be very random, to the point where the path will diverge greatly. But nothing has really set the path apart for as far as items, so the players have both been doing pretty well the exact same pathing and the exact same routing. But yeah, these birds have a lot of health, so normally if you've gotten the Zantetsuken, you can come here and use Tornado, or you get the Tornado spell, you can come here and just drop it on them. That makes those guys a little easier because it's a very powerful spell, and it works well on these guys, but it's not necessary. Especially with as much health as we have on these characters right now, I don't think either one is going to have any problems with them. Flopping fish. Normally the layer, I believe that one drops rocks, living rocks that you have to kill. But instead of doing that, they just decided to put fish everywhere. And by the way, fish can't swim on land. Fish can't swim, just not on land. Let me correct myself before I say something stupid. Too late! Dancing grannies. Yes, dancing grannies will happen. There's a pair of dancing grannies that will happen near the end of the game. We haven't unlocked either of the grannies, but we have unlocked the king. And looks like RPGChick's done with this area, so since we don't have the bubble armor, I believe she's going to keep moving, but we'll see what happens. She does have a lot of health, so she could risk it. But, yeah, she's not going to risk it. She's going to go ahead and move on. Mountain? Mountain. No! What do we got? She's going to go back and clear something up. What's she going to go clear up? We don't have the water mill, so we can't finish the underwater dungeon. Oh, she's going to turn... That is the goat with the goat food. Phoenix is held by the water shrine. Oh, thanks, goat. What a buddy. What a pal. What a comrade. We already have the Phoenix, so that was useless. So, we did feed the goat, and the goat gave us a good tip, except we didn't need it. Thanks. The hope is that when you talk to him, he'll tell you something about an area that you haven't gone to, or an item that you haven't gotten yet. Primarily one of the 3 prime soul items, which again is the soul blade, the soul armor, and the Phoenix. But again, we already have 2 of the 3, and he gave us the wrong hint. So, we gotta take it, move along. So she's going to try to go into the mountain area here and clear up some stuff here. We've already saved the king, and we've already saved, the king. I don't think she can get to the king yet. I don't know if the path's been completely open. We'll see if she goes over that way. She's going to head that way. Nope, she's going to go fight. Like, whoat, am I right? So this is the mountain... Is the Mountain of Souls, I believe? But the mountain is a fun area. It features some shenanigans as well. Shortly into the mountain, you'll run into ice. And unfortunately for our hero, the Blazer, he cannot walk on ice without sliding completely across and hitting a wall. We need something called the mushroom shoes to be able to cross it. Since we don't have that yet, she won't be able, neither of our players will be able to finish it. But they'll be able to get a good start. Bats! Oh, I hate bats. Anyways, so we're very beneficial here. We've got the quick spawning bats, or fairly quick spawning bats, so she'll be able to clear the layer up without having to worry too much about having to deal with those guys buzzing everywhere. These bats aren't too bad. There's actually another bat in the game that will just keep circling you. They're a pain to go after. These are actually not too bad. Let's see what Cat does. There's a mermaid statue. We have some progression in the water world, but again, no bubble mail. Cat's just going to go straight to the mountain here. Now these guys are tough. These guys will do a lot of damage, and they don't normally have too many spawn points either. But they hit like a truck, even at this higher level. So you have to be very, very careful with them. But of course, level 20 elemental mail, not much of a challenge. Cat unlocks her other tower guards. So we have both the tower guards unlocked. We just need the keys. She's not bothering with these guys. She's gonna keep walking. And we have the Doll Marie. So that not only gives us access past there, we actually have access basically to go through to almost the end of the game as far as the areas are concerned. So we can skip right past if we choose to. If they choose to. So they actually have options pretty much everywhere now. I'm going to guess that they're probably going to just keep going in order and just go from there. Most likely we'll see a pretty strong clearing of the mountain here before we move on. Unless we don't find the mushroom shoes early enough. Cat's going to go kill some undead moose. See how much damage those guys are doing. They're worth a little bit of your time. Some more bats. Lovely, lovely bullet-spitting bats. Alright. Some yetis running around. So this area is pretty cool. This area features some cool mechanics, some interesting little mechanics. The snowballs. You can't just normally attack the snowballs, I believe, but since she has the soul blade, I think again she can just whack it and be fine. Normally with the snowballs, they'll roll around, and if at a smaller size, they won't do anything to you. But once they get bigger, they'll actually roll you over and they'll start doing some significant damage. So to get rid of them, you actually have to run around and trick it to roll into one of the boulders laying around the map. That's kind of cool. Fun little trick. Stabby! Off they go. Cat clearing up some mice over here on the left. And we have Gnome. Gnome, I believe, is one of the stone carriers normally. Cat doing a full clear. And we have a Grandpa. This Grandpa normally gives us access to the other side of the mountain. And the cool thing about that is since we do have the Lucky Blade, that is the requirement along with the... we're going to get hit by the snowball. Along with having that Grandpa, we have to have the Lucky Blade. And since we got the Lucky Blade already, we're more than capable of continuing through past the Grandpa. He won't stop you. Otherwise, you won't be able to go on the other side without him. I seem to have lost my chat. Give me just a moment. I love Google. Google. There we go. Alright. More Yetis. Cat clearing up some of these bats. She's going to use her flare. So one of these layers near where RPGChick is now. Oh, Ivy, sweet. That gives us access to at least one item, possibly more, once we unlock the hut there. There is a grouping of about 4 items, which I don't think she's grabbed yet, or maybe she did, I just didn't see it. I think it might be a little bit later. But yeah, there's a sleeping gnome that you can use the dream rod on. It's like, yeah, I hope somebody in the future finds these items I left behind. Which one of those items? Hey, Cyborg Grandpa! Thank you for the the tier 1 sub for 4 months. Appreciate it. Go on with the dancing grandmas. You're gonna be entertained. You will be entertained. Alright, excuse me for just a moment. My apologies. So what we got here? Let's see. RPGChick's gonna go clear up and see what she can find. She's gonna go probably over to the right side of the mountain here shortly. Yeah, and she's at a place where you need the mushroom shoes to continue. Looks like Cat's gonna open up a mermaid statue there. Is she gonna go? Is she gonna do it? She's gonna do it. All right, here we go. She does have the Lucky Blade, so she can go. Normally there is 1 or 2 things you can unlock from the slidey thing, where Cat's at now, but there's not a lot without the mushroom shoes you can do. Let's see here. Some wizards. These are the nastier ones, but nevertheless. There we go. So Cat's gonna do a little bit of slip and slide, trying to get back out of here. There she goes. In this area too, another cool little feature is some invisible bridges. There are actually some bridges in this area that you can cross that they occasionally will flicker. They're not always on, they're not always active that you can see, but you can cross them at any point, which is really cool. And that's actually what you actually just barely saw it there, was one to the right. Red Hot Stick. We now have 2 of the soul items and 2 of the red items. So we are definitely going to be seeing the dancing grannies here before too long. Of course, we have to unlock the grannies too. You know, Emblem E over on the other side there. So we have 2 of the emblems as well, which is really good. That can't. Well, normally it's really good. And the randomizer, it's 1 item check, so it may not necessarily be as worth it. But that's fine. So we got 2 of the emblems now. Cat is going to go ahead and leave the mountain. So now we have our first actual divergence. She's gonna go ahead and bail out, and she's going to go over to the first area of the game. I think she's going to go ahead and get her hint from the goat. So she's going to turn that in and see what she's going to be able to find, and she already knows about the Phoenix. So that's fine. But since she did unlock the Ivy, she can go ahead and check out what item is going to be hiding out there. Which she can go ahead and push that, but she's going to go ahead and dream rot it first, which is absolutely fine. Hello. Which basically is just a chit-chat with a flower. In my dreams, I can do anything I like. For example, haha! Monsters running all over Dr. Leo's paintings cannot be defeated unless you have a special sword. You must find the special sword that can destroy metal, which is the Zantetsu, which we already do have, but we also have the Soul Blade, so that's completely irrelevant. But if you remember, she can push that little flower. She's going to get an item. I don't know if she remembers that one you can. Let's see. She's going back that way. Over on RPGChick's side, we have a snail. That is one of 3 snail racers. Yes, you can participate in watching, not actually participating, but watching a snail race. Because that's exactly what you're going to do in a randomizer. Bubble armor! Oh boy, that's actually fantastic. That actually opens up the water world. So this is definitely going to be an interesting split. This is going to be, this is where the interesting split happens, because now Cat has the option to go into the water world and start working on it. But because RPGChick hasn't actually gone back there, she's going to keep doing the mountainside. So here we have our first actual divergence. So here's where things are going to get interesting, as far as mostly being unable to tell exactly who's actually ahead. Cat, RPGChick is a little further ahead though, because Cat has taken a few early deaths, and she actually is doing a little bit different on the routing. But nevertheless, both these races looks like they're having a good time. Looks like Cat's gonna go back and do some cleanup, and RPGChick is gonna keep pushing on through the mountain. Yup, he's still broke. Okay, so Rockbird is now open. Rockbird is an area that allows you to do a fun little trick with the lightning ring, or the thunder ring, which is completely unnecessary because normally that's just to go around the necessity of, and Blester, the necessity of having a metal weapon to kill the metal monkeys. Oh. Dr. Leo is in the underground castle, so we know where the Dr. Leo lair is, which, ironically enough, really isn't that unexpected. So again, we have Cat running underwater with the bubble armor. So she's going to do some work down here and clear up some layers. Meanwhile, RPGChick's going to go ahead and keep clearing out the mountainside. You see, it was easy a moment ago when both of the characters were in the same place. I know what both the characters are doing. Now that they're in different areas, now I gotta watch a little harder. I was already watching pretty good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, Cat's playing with the jellyfish. Meanwhile, RPGChick's dealing with the ice statues. Gotta knock some of them out. Cat unlocks a boy, which opens up more of the pathing down towards the king. So we're getting closer to being able to access the king now. Metal weapon! Metal! No, we're not doing that. We're not going there. RPG now dealing with some of the wizards. The dog's begging for food. There's the goat pen. There's an item check there now that when RPGChick goes back there, she'll be able to grab. So that actually saves her a little bit of routing time, whether she realizes it or not. Unfortunately, Cat does not know about that yet, so that may or may not be a good thing. But again, it's randomizer. It can always be a good thing. It can always be a bad thing. But the one thing we all know it's gotta be herbs. Cat unlocks the soldier, the sleeping / dead soldier. I'm not quite dead yet. I just splattered myself. So this area is one of the more interesting areas for one of the more hidden emblems. The emblem in this area is actually like just on the ground, I believe. It's not even in a chest. And there are a few items here and there that are literally just hanging on the ground. Not many, but enough that can cause you some odd soldiers. Wait, what was that about the soldier? Oh, he's just on the ground. He's just sleeping. Don't worry about it. It's fine. He's not dying. He's not dead. He's just sleeping. Don't worry about it. So these crabs, normally when you run into here, you can have the weapon that will stun them. I forget the sword name for it that lets you do that. It lets you stun metal monsters. But again, as I keep saying, we have the sword, the soul blade. We're just gonna deal with them. Oh, there we go. RPGChick's in the fight with the merman. Fun story. Japanese version of the game, it's a mermaid. Merlady. But in the English version, it is a merman. Censorship ho. Not too hard to fight. Again, we have the soul blade, so it's not too big a deal. Merman fight is going to go down pretty quick. Just stand there with the sword out, just hold it out and let him kill himself. Meanwhile, Cat's going to take care of the reigning Rockbird Island. We're going to see some. We're not going to see some lightning unless you get the ring for whatever reason. So yeah, literally the Thunder Ring. One of the items that you get that's necessary for this area has exactly one use, and then after that is completely useless. Kapow, yeah. It has happened occasionally if you... Yep, and Merman goes down. And we have Grandpa! But yeah, what happens is if you unlock a character that is for a building that doesn't exist, or an island, or a piece of land, or somewhere that it's not supposed to be yet, it'll just put a spirit there and say, hey, we couldn't unlock this person because the place that they're supposed to be in doesn't exist yet. So it's kind of one of those, oh, well, I guess I have to go unlock the place that exists for them. The reason for that is normally during normal gameplay, there is a character that is tied to certain buildings. So when you save somebody, they might bring a building in or a piece of land in. But the character that spawns after does not have that requirement or does not bring that piece of land in. And because of that, they'll just hang out in spirit form until that piece of land exists again. RPGChick killing these guys a second time. This is one of the layers that just opens up these rocks, so she doesn't have to kill them. So this is just extra. Oh, that's Cat. I'm sorry. Cat killed all those rocks. Didn't have to. It was just for extra experience and land. Zensetsu Sword kills the metal monsters. Yes, we know. The Soul Blade, as it turns out, kills everything. So. But yeah, the item that you would get normally for this area is the Thunder Ring. The Thunder Ring would actually murder the metal monkeys that are normally there. But again, this is randomizer. They might not be the metal monkeys. And we have the gear to take them out. So the Thunder Ring, if we ever find it, is completely useless. So it is pretty cool. Look, cool to watch the lightning storm. But yay, look, a metal monkey. He is still there. So Cat's going to go ahead and take out the metal monkeys. Meanwhile, RPGChick's going to make her way back to the first area. So she's going to get whatever's in the goat pen cage, the goat pen, and she will also get her bubble armor. So I would venture a guess and say she's going to immediately go to the bubble island afterwards. Medical herb! Can you get medical herbs in chat, please? Herb! Alright, so she's going to get her bubble armor. And she's going to start going. Yeah, generally speaking, in normal gameplay, you will unlock things in order. It's very rare to actually unlock something before a creature can be spawned in an area. It's very, very rare. It can happen. It can happen. There's a few places where I think it does actually happen. But that's absolutely fine. But yeah, it can happen. In randomizer, it happens a lot. In randomizer, it happens a lot. Most creatures are tied to something. Oh, Mystic Armor doesn't really do us much good at this point. We have the main armors that we need aside the soul armor. Once we get the soul armor, we'll have pretty much exactly what we need to beat the game. And RPGChick, being the nice person, she go ahead and leads this mole to his lair, and he gives you 200 gems. One of those layers gives you the mole that can see in the dark. Yes, in the light world. But obviously, she's already beaten it. They both have already beaten the area in general, so they're not going to need it. Cat going back underwater in the bubble land. She's going to go ahead and go to, I think Bluster would be the next place that she's going to be able to go to. Oh, by the way, fun trick of the game. Thanks to the randomizer, we find this trick. You can be hit in a cutscene. So what just happened there is that Stingray wandered over to where her character was, invisibly, and started shooting her. There's nothing you can do about that. You can technically die in the cutscene. I don't know what happens. I assume they could soft lock, but you can die in the cutscene. Just don't unlock anything at all if you're low on health. Excuse me for just a moment. Herb! Oh, you know what? I just realized I've been talking for the past minute and I haven't been able to hear anything. So we have the purple stone. We have the that particular area of the water world cleared. Looks like Kat has taken the purple stone. She's going to wander up to the mountain and she's going to go ahead and start working her way through there. RPGChick's going to hang out in the water world a little longer. So it looks like she's going to go ahead and clear up some more things that I believe Kat may have already cleared through. So she's going to go ahead and do what Kat was doing, and Kat's going to do what RPGChick was doing. We've got a good time going on here. RPGChick goes ahead and unlocks another soldier, while Kat plays with some magicians. These are the fire magicians. They're a little nastier than the purple ones. The fire magicians shoot 3 balls of fire. The purple ones will shoot a single ball of energy. Either way, it's kind of nasty. They like to bounce around. Kat gets her red hot stick, so she's 1 item away from the red hot items as well. RPGChick unlocks another character in the mountain. So now you're gonna see what the purple mages do. There's their energy ball. They're little agonyms is what they are. Just little white ball shooting agonyms. All right, so yeah, this is a really good time to remind everybody. This is Retro Gaming Live TV's RGLove 3 event. This is the 3rd year we've done this event. This is our annual fundraiser for Retro Gaming Live to continue to bring you the awesome content and gaming that you love to watch, that we love to watch and play, we love to present to you. This is a gaming event that we play pretty much anything retro. There's going to be a few games that are a little less retro, but that's completely fine because we just love playing these games and we want to encourage you guys to continue to support Retro Gaming Live, either with subscriptions or donations if you so choose. There are some donation incentives if you would like to see some more fun shenanigans later on, and this event goes on all week, featuring games from pretty much nearly every retro console, computer, DOS, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all Genesis, PlayStation. Oh, you're gonna see it all over the board. And I hope you guys stick with us throughout the week. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies. We don't mind as long as they don't cause a ruckus in chat. It'll be all right. This is Soul Blazer Randomizer. We have RPGChick on the right side. She's currently taking out Rockbird. And we have GliitchWiitch, or also known as Kat, on the left, clearing out the mountain. She's going to go ahead and proceed through. She won't have too many more places that she can go, but eventually, on the path that she's on right now, I believe she will be able to fight the boss, so she'll have that cleared up. And then again, of course, RPGChick here fighting some metal monkeys here in about 3, 2... No? Okay. Wrong part of the island. That's fine. She'll get there in a minute. I would not be the one to judge that. I mean, I know it's a much older MMO that's no longer active per se, but we don't normally have too many people. We don't normally have too many staff or admin people here that stream on here that do online MMOs. Most of them aren't super retro. I mean, World of Warcraft technically is, but that's still kept up. But I don't think anybody on here's actually run or played too much of that actually on stream. So Ant can probably confirm or deny that. There's the metal monkeys. There's those circling bats I was mentioning earlier. I really hate fighting those guys because the problem with those is that they continue to circle you, and the only way to actually hit them without getting hit yourself is to wait until they're getting ready to be to the right side of you or the left side of you, and then step with them. They're kind of a pain. All right, RPGChick picks up some gems. A gem, validated, and an herb. So yeah, if you wonder why I'm yelling herb every time we pick up a medical herb, it's both to be humorous because of, hold on, bluestone, nice pickup. There are about 20 to 30 herbs in this game that you can pick up from random places, and you can only hold one. Oh, here's the bump in music. That's what I was waiting for. You can only hold one medical herb, so it's kind of useless if you pick up nothing but medical herbs. And it tends to happen very, very frequently that someone will end up picking up 3 or 4 medical herbs before they pick up something useful. So this is Dr. Leo's lab. This place is full of lots of nasties and lots of metal monsters that require you to actually have the Zantetsu sword or the soul blade to kill. Again, normally you wouldn't have the soul blade until like the very end of the game. But we will have the Zantetsu from Dr. Leo's lab. I believe that chest that had the bluestone earlier is normally where the sword's kept. So you pretty much immediately come in here and can catch metal monsters. Now these mice are freaking out. Don't worry about that. That's perfectly normal. No, it's not. There are spawn points everywhere, and the spawn points here can be just about anything. The mice are usually one of the hardest things to have to deal with because you can see as they run by in RGLove there, they tend to essentially circle an entire map before you can actually kill them, so they're very, very slow to kill normally. But thank goodness with randomizers sometimes they're vastly easier because they'll just be like spinning around in place instead because they can't hit a wall. So it makes life a lot easier for as far as having to deal with them. So she's going to actually switch back to the Zantetsu, which is not a bad choice given the scene. She can actually swing the sword, which you haven't seen all game, just because the Soul Blade is such a powerful piece of gear. By the way, Cat taking out the merman takes him down, and she's going to go ahead and clean up and get done over here. While RPGChick unleashes a dolphin under the bubble world. I think yeah, the mice are pretty much the worst things to deal with because they just blast around the entire world. They're really hard to track down sometimes. So, all right, another mermaid for the bubble world. So we have nearly fully open bubble world. We need one more mermaid statue, and then we can finish it out completely. I think ideally they probably won't wait until that happens to go back there again. There's those spike guys. They'll shoot across once you're in their face tank range. Oh. There we go. RPGChick definitely deals with the mice. And there's the spikers. They're dead. And we have... I can't see what's going on there. See, basically the gist of this area, Dr. Leo's lab, all these machines have different tasks. Like those bubble machines, they're meant to be washers. The mice are meant to be vacuum cleaners, basically. And I don't know what those spike things are supposed to be for. That kind of confuses me. The helicopters, there's helicopter tanks here too. Those kind of also confuse me. But the most confusing are these worms. Who knows why Dr. Leo decided these were a good idea? There's the cleaning machines. Bubbling and washing and moving around. Cat goes ahead and jumps out of the underwater world. She goes back to The first area, undoubtedly to grab the thing out of the side of the fence, which she's going to find out is just herb. Some stairs going on over here on the right in Dr. Lena's lab, giving her a little bit more progression and access to one of the model towns, which she can clear out at some point. Herb again. RPGChick taking a beating from the bubbles. Absolute beating. All, what is that, 9 health, 10 health she's taking? Under normal circumstances, that would have been a very bad fight. Alright, Tulip. That Tulip doesn't do much other than say, hey, there used to be an old man here that has a stone. Yeah, we got the stone and the old man. Actually, we didn't get the stone from him. We didn't get his stone yet. Nevertheless, he doesn't have it for us. We're going to move on. RPGChick's going to wait for all these guys to spawn, and she's going to go and just whoop on them. There we go. Easy peasy every time. Generally speaking, and I see this chat going on in chat. Generally speaking, personally, the channel may differ as far as what they consider retro. Generally speaking, I consider retro not just the age of the system, but the style of the graphics and the gameplay. There's just something about the combination of that really makes the game truly retro. Obviously, if we call it by an age, yes, if it's an old enough game, then it's retro, but herb! Generally speaking, it's more of the, in my opinion, it's more of the styling necessarily than it is the age of the game. Although the age of the game does contribute considerably. I mean, Duke Nukem 3D is definitely a retro game, but it's got some slightly more modern concept to it. Although I don't know if anybody's actually played Duke Nukem 3D on here. Probably have at one point in time. I'm sure we have. I personally would consider Shovel Knight retro. Yes. Retro style. I absolutely would consider it that way. Would that be considered retro on the channel? It depends on who's streaming. It depends on who's playing. It depends on what would be permitted or not. I would totally say Shovel Knight would absolutely be worthwhile to do as a retro game. Absolutely. Retro inspired. Like I said, I consider it more of the style difference than necessarily simply the age of the game. Like, we actually have one of our team members, Enemy TV, y'all know Enemy TV, y'all know Enemy TV, actually runs Bloodstained. It may look a little more modern, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, but definitely would have no problem seeing that on the channel, because again, retro theme. But yeah, like what Toad said, everyone has a definition, and I'm definitely more of the definition of retro style necessarily than retro age. Age automatically gives it retro, but style gives it that much more. So there are some very modern games that are very retro style, that are very, very, very good games that I would totally say, yeah, retro. But yeah, when it comes to that Call of Poopy crap, keep that stuff off the channel. Shoot. Speaking of Symphony of the Night, about 2 or 3, in a couple of games, you will see a Symphony of the Night randomizer. Stay tuned for that. Emblem H! There we go. We got another emblem, and RPGChick's getting ready to clear up this particular section. Cat's right behind her. She should be done here shortly. And I believe, if I saw correctly, I think RPGChick threw on the ice armor, which is a good move because that protects you from getting burnt on these lava platforms. Can I get an RGLove in chat, please? Give me some of that RGLove. Mermaid tells you that there's an item in the chest. Thank you. Got the more washing machines. Again, I honestly have no idea what these helicopter things are for other than just long distance cleaning. Mrs. Weapon's got the right of it. She doesn't have the emote, but she's got the right of it. Because there's lava in all of these games, gosh darn it. That's why it's called RGLove. I guarantee you the majority of the games on this list will in fact have lava in them. I can't say that they will all have lava. Okay, here we go. Here's one of the things that has happened in the past with the Soul Blazer Rando. Oh, Kat's going to fight the boss. I just almost missed that. Thank you, Kat, for beating the metal boss there. And she's going to unlock some stuff. While RPGChick unlocks the dolphin, which is going to save Lou. Unfortunately, nothing terribly interesting from that boss. The boss is down. And RPGChick's going to pretty much do a full clear of this area while she's here. GliitchWiitch is clearing up a little bit, and let's see what happens with the fight for RPGChick when she gets there. But Kat's done here, so she's going to move along. She does have access to the model town. She's going to use it. Looks like she's going to try it. Welcome! She's going to grab her item. Bluestone! She's going to mark it on her little tracker. So she has, at this point, and I believe both of them do, both of them have 4 of the stones of the game. So they only have 2 more stones, 1 soul item, and 1 red hot item. Estimates 3.5 hours. Yeah, some of these randomizers can go very, very long. Some of the randomizers will only last maybe an hour, hour and a half. Some of them can last as much as 4 hours, depending on the difficulty and length of the game. Soul Blazer can run a lot longer because there's a lot of stuff in this game, and there's a lot of stuff that you can't just straight skip. And the reason for that is primarily because of the items that you have to find. Some of the items you have to find are very well hidden. I like it. I didn't realize it did that, but I like it. Alright, so RPGChick's going to dive into one of the model towns. Now, you can see there are enemies here that are invisible. If you want to curb that, she could have stopped and gotten the spirit door. That would allow her to see that. But I'm going to say she's pretty confident that she doesn't need it, so she's just going to take them out without the door. It would have only been about a 5-10 second stop to do that. Personally, knowing that was unlocked, I probably would have just grabbed it. But again, I'm not necessarily a speedrunner of this game, so okay. Waterworld is completely unlocked for RPGChick, so she may or may not go back there depending on how she feels here. But I would probably venture a guess, since she's already here, she's going to go ahead and finish the first of the 2 model towns. The other model town I don't believe was unlocked, so she's not going to be able to take care of that just yet. But one of the big trouble things about these model towns is something that may happen pretty quickly, is if you have enough of the invisible creatures spawn, they can tend to start just firing at random and firing heavily. It puts the sprite limit so high that you can't actually cast a spell. And the problem with that is that there are some enemies that you can't hit without a spell. So you literally have to run in, kill as many as you can, as quickly as you can, before they start spawning. Otherwise, you're out of luck and you can't do anything about it. You're getting that dolphin on Kat's side. You get a shout out in chat for dolphins. Dolphins are awesome. It means somebody specifically typed it in there. Absolutely. The all caps thing? Yeah, somebody specifically typed it in there. Another mermaid. And again, I know I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. This is RGLove 3. This is the 3rd annual Retro Gaming Live TV Love Retro RGLove Marathon. I'm butchering this. It is an 8-day Retro Gaming Love event featuring games that we as the staff of Retro Gaming Live absolutely love and adore. Again, like such as the ones you see in front of you, Soul Blazer. There are a ton of video games coming up this week. Please stay tuned, and you're gonna be entertained by the games that entertain us as kids, or can currently entertain us. The amazing thing about it is, some of these games, some of us have just recently started playing, like within a couple weeks to a couple months to a couple years. Some of us have been playing these games since they've been released. Like, I personally have actually played Soul Blazer since it was released eons ago. But the randomizer just came out and just started getting closer to perfection here not too terribly long ago. So it's really, really awesome to see these randomizers. And I also want to add that to the randomizer comment, that one of the coolest ways to bring life back into a 20, 25-year-old video game is to make a randomizer for ones that make sense. This is a game where a randomizer makes sense. And it's really cool to see that. So this game has more life, being able to put right back into it. It was already a fantastic game, but with the addition of being able to replay it for literally endlessly, for endless combinations, is an amazing thing. But anyways, Retro Gaming Live TV's RGLove, RGLove 3 event is our yearly fundraiser. So if you want to help continue to support us with a donation or a sub, that would be phenomenal. We love you very much. We thank you very much for that. You can jump in the RG Lava jump in the chat. Drop some RG Lavas in the chat if you got it. But we do have incentives. If you go ahead and you drop some money into an incentive, there's a lot of cool things that you could do in our RGLove event to influence what we play or how we play a particular game. For instance, making our Mario race, instead of a warp race, we can do a warpless race, which is much, much, much longer. Speaking of Mega Man 3 for DOS, we will be racing that. There's some light armor. There's a little bit of something. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Speaking of Mega Man 3 DOS, we may have an incentive for that one as well. That's going to be a race between myself and Liz Star. Look forward to that one. I got to do some practice because she keeps kicking my butt. Currently, Liz Star has the record at about 17 minutes and 30 seconds on that one, and I'm looking forward to competing with that one. But speaking of competing, back to Kat and RPGChick here. Kat has unlocked, I believe, the herb house, which I think that was the herb house. Herb house, and RPGChick here is clearing up the last of the first model town. So she should be clearing that pretty soon. Soldier! I know a sleeping soldier who has a medical herb! Hey! We unlocked a medical soldier that has sleeping herbs! And we got a door! By the way, those doors are alive. I mean, if all of the animals can talk and tell you good things about you, or yell at you for trying to walk across them, then why can't a door? Got a few more. Holy moly! That was a pile of something. Yes, you can absolutely fight these enemies when they're invisible. You just can't see them. I will exchange this medical herb for food. So, the very first actual item in the game, the delicious seeds, we can finally turn them in for herb. All right. So we've increased our weapon collection a little bit, but not really necessary. We're gonna go whack this cat on the head with a dream rod because it's sleeping. Wake it up a little bit. We're gonna actually get the exposition of why things are happening. So, a little backstory in the game. So those who've never played this before, this is Soul Blazer, and basically the story of the game is that the world has been captured and sealed away by a creature called Dark Soul. I'm sorry. Not Dark Soul. Did I say Dark Soul? Oh, whatever. Anyways, he's locked it away, and the deity of this particular game is like, you know what? No, that's not cool. That's not cool, bro. So he sends down this guy, this angel character, known as the Soul Blazer, or the Blazer, to get the soul gear, or the guy, the angel. I don't know if it's actually called the Blazer, but it's easy to call him the Blazer. And you go around defeating enemies, unsealing layers, one at a time, and you find out that Death Toll, thank you. Death Toll was able to do all of the sealing and gain all of this power by having an individual named Dr. Leo who used science, to make all these machines and things that eventually led him to being able to seal people. And the King Magritte used that actually to become incredibly powerful until eventually he was sealed away by Death Toll, who was the true villain behind the Herb. And you have to go around, you know, unsealing the world. Meanwhile, King Magritte over there is sitting in his chair going, "Yeah, I screwed up." Dr. Leo's like, "Yeah, I screwed up." And you're the guy that is going with the mop and cleaning up the mess. RPGChick's gonna put on her ice armor and charge across those fire pits with reckless abandon. Got the mouse trap killed. Cat also in another part of the dungeon. Go ahead and clearing some of that out. Picking up some stuff. That actually is the proper herb there, I believe. Thank you. Yeah, that's the proper herb, by the way. Thank you, Nenonomia. Appreciate having the proper herb in chat. But yeah, I really love the track in this game, the music for this game, particularly Leo's Lab. Leo's Lab has probably the coolest, heaviest music in the game. By the way, despite the fact of you being able to kill all of the traps in the game, there's still one trap you can't kill. It's those things. I don't know why they gave you the ability to kill all the traps but that one, but, you know, whatever. Sure, that's fine. Herb! So, yeah. For those who didn't know, if you get the Soul Blade, you can kill traps. So like the spikes in the ground, the spikes that shoot out of the wall in the castle, a lot of those traps you can destroy with the Soul Blade, which is good to know. And RPGChick's going to take her hand against the metal boss here. Meanwhile, Cat has unleashed her dolphin and is able to free Lou from his torment in the cave-in. Meanwhile, RPGChick doing work. Taking down the boss. Oh, look at those rats. Those rats are doing a mambo. Mambo number 4, because 5 was too many for them. Mambo number 4. Ah! Sorry. Alright, we have the wheelhouse as well. Cat has unlocked the watermill. The watermill allows you to go ahead and finish the first area. Although both of these players have done the majority of the first level, that water wheel actually unlocks an entirely another section of the underground castle, which, as we know, if I'm not mistaken, is actually where Dr. Leo's being kept. So they will probably have to go back there at some point to do that. Speaking of, RPGChick is going back to do some cleanup. She's going to turn in this mole ribbon that she got from this town, which doesn't do her any good because the person behind her is not there, which is terribly unfortunate. There's the platinum card off the doll, and another herb. Platinum card gives you access to one of the 2 towers in Magritte Castle, which is good for progression, of course. Thundering, which is completely useless. Also, if you look over on, I looked over on Cat's tracker here. Cat's showing us that we have 5 of the 6 stones, so we need 1 more stone, the soul armor and the red hot mirror. Once we have those things, we are good to go. Of course, we also need the 2 grandmas. Durian is open. So RPGChick is going to go ahead and go to Waterworld. She's going to go ahead and clear that out. I don't think there's anything there she won't be able to clear, so she's going to go ahead and probably do the whole thing. Meanwhile, Cat's going to go to Model Town 1 and go ahead and dig that out. I also see that she also did not pick up the magic door, so she's not going to be able to see the invisible creatures either. And that's okay. I'm just a scrub, don't mind me. I would take the door. The door was right there. By the way, the door is the door that leads to the chapel. If you talk to the door there, you'll get that ability to see the invisible creatures. RGLove going for a ride. Picking up some gems. Catch a ride. I'm talking to a dolphin. Offers a strange bottle. Why do we want strange bottles? Strange bottles are actually pretty useful if you find yourself dying a lot. There's only a couple of them in the game, but they do prevent you from losing your gems. So if you use a lot of magic and you don't have the magic bell, then they're very useful. Magic bell is an item that you get from collecting the 8 hidden emblems. And most of the hidden emblems are very, very difficult to find for one reason or another. And most likely, I would say by a 90% guess, if you do this game blind, you will not find all 8 of those emblems on your first playthrough unless you look up a guide. Because like I said, a lot of them are just very, very difficult to find. But if you find all 8 of those gems and you're able to go to the crystal that falls next to one of the trees in the forest world, or the woodland world, you can get yourself a magic bell, which gives you unlimited magic. Very, very, very good item. Exceptionally good item if you're going to fight against Death Toll, because your Phoenix attack takes 2 magic every time you swing it, and you're going to be swinging it a lot. Tool shop owner, we've unlocked the student, the son. He normally gives us the goat food, but I guarantee you he'll give us something else, because we've already gotten the goat food and turned it in. Some nice seahorses. Cute little seahorses. I gotta say, this game is a very scenic game. There's some of these creatures that are really well designed. I really like this game. It's something else. Very creative, very crafty. Lots of fun stuff going on here. RPGChick making her way to Durian, I believe. And this area is a little rough because of the falling fireballs. Unlocks the mushroom. The mushroom is actually something that you have to walk through the wall to get to, so there's another item. But this area, you are under constant attack from fireballs falling from the sky, and generally speaking, they don't fall directly on you, generally speaking, but if you're walking, you're probably going to get nailed every couple of seconds, so it can be rather rough. There is a spirit that you can get that will tag along in your little spirit ball there, that will protect you from that as long as you don't push that spirit orb away from yourself. But again, it's absolutely not necessary for the randomizer or even the run at all. It's just really convenient. Your reason for coming here, though, is because you want to stop that from happening. But the only way to do that is to get something called the Mermaid's Tear. Which once you get to the top of this little mountain of death, this RGLove mountain, you can actually stop it with those mermaid tears. However, again, because we don't have the mermaid tears and it's not necessary to do it, we're probably never going to shut off the mountain of death. So part of the water world here is just going to remain unhappy, I guess you want to say. Very, very unhappy. She's gonna stand there and stab some fish. Cadigan continued to make her way through the model town, whooping up on some little miniature soldiers, which I think is a really cool idea. Oh, there is absolutely a randomizer for Soul Blazer, and it's pretty good. Of course, you'll probably play through it. It'll take you just about as long as it takes you to do a normal playthrough. But again, we have some trained experts here, and they're going to show you how it's done. RPGChick doing work, clearing up Durian over here. Meanwhile, Cat again going through Model Town 1. Plenty of treasures unlocked. She's going to get a couple of her items here. She's going to... There, oh yeah, we do have the tears. There we go. So... And a harp string. I missed that earlier. The mermaid tears is what we need to shut it off. And actually, we do have it. I wasn't paying attention. Psycho Sword. Psycho Sword is a nice little powerful weapon that if you don't have the Zantetsu Sword, which kills the metal monsters, but you do have the Psycho Sword, you can stun metal monsters instead. It's not particularly useful when it comes to the randomizer, because you really want to be able to kill the metal monsters, not just stun them. And there's a boy, so we have another place we can go into. But the Psycho Sword's kind of a fun novelty. It's a stronger weapon, so if you happen to find it along the normal path of the game, then yeah, you're going to do yourself fine having it. But again, in randomizer, not necessarily what we need. Randomizer are the swords that you want to see. You really want to see the Soul Blade, because you need it as soon as possible. If you have the Soul Blade, then you don't need anything else. Oh boy! Hey! That boy's got the red hot mirror. We need that. The three swords you want to find is either the Soul Blade first, Zantetsu Sword second, and Spirit Sword third, because the Spirit Sword and the Zantetsu Sword are useful to killing certain monsters that you can't normally kill. Of course, the Soul Blade doesn't care. The Soul Blade will kill anything. Literally anything. Including traps, if you didn't already know that. And that was the second sword that they got. First sword was their normal beginning sword. The second sword was the Soul Blade. So they've been doing alright. She's just gonna run over the lava. Doesn't matter. And she is going to treat us to treating the Mountain of Fire. RGLove poured out the mermaid's tears, and we no longer have to deal with the lava. Sad. But there's still more lava to be had. RGLove continues. Cat hasn't poured the mermaid tears on her lava yet, so... Oh, we got grandmas! Grandmas confirmed! We got dancing grandmas, boys! And we have the VIP card. Because we have the Platinum and VIP card, we have access to both of the towers in Castle Magritte, so we have full access to pretty much all of Castle Magritte at this point. And I think that gives us pretty much full access to everywhere. I don't think we're really missing anything. I think we just need to clear up at this point. So right now, where they're at in the game, they absolutely need to find the last two remaining items, which they know where one of them is. They know, RPGChick knows what the Red Hot Mirror is. Cat does not yet, because Cat hasn't come through this part of the water world, but I'm sure she'll make her way through here in a bit. Cat and RPGChick took a split once Water World and the Mountain were active. So that's where the things kind of took a turn there. RPGChick is possibly a little ahead at this point, just because Cat took a few deaths early on. Not a big deal. Randomizer can treat you very well, no matter what situation you run into. Looks like RPGChick's gonna go back to the main here. She's gonna go talk to Lou, our friendly dolphin. No, she's not. She's gonna go hit the dolphin with a dream rod. This actually unlocks another area in the game once we are able to come to this dolphin with not only the dream rod, but also the big pearl. You give this dolphin a big pearl in a dream. It swims off, opens up a pathway, and there's actually a room that pretty much pretty much when you go there is essentially the same thing as Link to the Past Randomizer's Hype Cave. So RPGChick just unlocked Soul Blazer's Hype Cave, because there's 4 chests in there. Normally it's just money, but we'll see what happens. There's the herb seller. Herb seller is giving us herbs! See, I told you early on in this randomizer, herbs become a serious thing once you get into it. There's like 20 or 30 places in the game that you can find herbs in. And once you start finding them, you don't stop finding them. Alright, so we are crossing about the 2-hour mark here, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes here. As of this point, we have 4 or 5 swords each of our players. We have 3 or 4 armors for each of our players. We have 2 of the soul items. We have 2 of the red hot items, although we do know where the third one is. We have 5 of the 6 stones. I think we have 5 of the 6 stones. We have 2 of the passes. The only other thing that our characters could find that would be extremely useful would be the super bracelet. Oh, we call the hype cave the one. Okay, I apologize. I consider the fort. There's 2 hype caves. Okay, I call it a hype cave too. I will preface this again by saying I'm not necessarily a speedrunner of this game, so some of the things here I'm saying, if I am wrong, please do correct me. I don't mind. But yes, the fountain items are big chungus. So RPG Chick's gonna go and collect here. Looks like Kat's going back. She's doing some cleanup. She does have the watermill, so she's actually gonna clean up the first level. Herb! Okay, no, it doesn't work there for that. Gems! Gems! So, that was probably about the most useless ever. Just some gems and an herb. The gems are nice. Oh, hey! Kat just found her mushroom shoes. Which means Kat can now actually go and completely finish the mountain as well. RPG Chick does not have those, so she'll have to go back and find those at some point. RPG Chick finds another emblem, so she has a couple of them. I believe they're both missing one more stone. I could be wrong. I need to see her item list again. I see on Kat's tracker that she has up on my side that I think it's highlighted, but it's one of those that on the tracker that's really hard to highlight because it's black. It blends in with the tracker colors. Alright, releasing a mushroom. That is a sleeping mushroom. So they may actually have all 6 stones, or they may have access to all 6 already. Cat releasing a squirrel. They're just out for some lunch. Just chilling. RPG Chick, you know, swimming through the water. She's gonna go play in a little place called the Ghost Ship. And she's gonna just, you know, try to discuss diplomacy with the gigantic fire-breathing skeleton head. More gems. So he's gonna talk with him. Gonna see if we can calm things down and say, hey, you know what you're doing? It's not good. Stop spitting fire. People get nervous around you. People get nervous around you. So she's gonna, yeah. And diplomacy done. All right, we have Dr. Leo. So Kat went and collected Dr. Leo. So she's going to be good there getting to the end of that particular area. RPG Chick still needs to do that. And everything has been collected from here. I think that there isn't a whole lot left that's going to be in the water world. I think pretty much everything's been cleared here. So she's going to leave water world, never to return in this run. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. She may return if she unlocks some things, but I think we're done for Bubble World. Meanwhile, Kat's going to clean up over here. Going to unlock a few more things. Let's see where RPG Chick goes. Okay, she's going to go back. She's probably going to go ahead and take care of the water wheel and go get Dr. Leo. So she's following the steps where Kat's at now. Recovery sword for $1 billion! Yes, please! You calmly hand him $1 billion and make him the richest child on the planet. Alright. RPG Chick's gonna grab her mushroom shoes. She's got those there. I believe that's... Oh. Now, hang on a second. Why didn't she pick it up? Why isn't it there? She didn't pick them up. She might not have unlocked something that put it there. Okay. That's interesting. Though, she doesn't need to go back to the mountain anytime soon. That's where it would normally be, and it wasn't there. Hang on now. Alright, there you go. Now she got it. So triggering the water wheel and the watermill is actually what does that. Okay. That's good to know. That's actually really good to know for in general. I didn't realize that was a thing. I did not realize that was a thing. But now I know. But now we know. Oh, she's not going underground. She's gonna keep moving. She's gonna probably go back to the mountain then. Yeah, she's gonna bail on Dr. Leo. She's gonna go back to the mountain. And we're gonna talk to nope, okay. Red Hot Mirror! And guess what? You know what time it is? Dancing Grandmas! Here we go! You saved me? Thank you very much. Did you find the 3 red hot items? Dancing Grandmas! Again, I apologize. I'm not 100% versed in everything in this game. Power Bracelet! That's actually a nice item to get. And we've unlocked Death Toll. Part of it. We still need to get up there. We still need our soul armor. Good luck. You'll need it. But now that we finally have a bracelet, that's definitely going to be switching over to that. RPGChick, gonna go ahead and let's see where she goes. Is she gonna finish out this area? She's gonna give it a good talking to some people. I thought this was a serious work of high fantasy. Close. It's got machinery in it. So there you go, unlock that. So that gives access to a particular spot there, which normally, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has either a chest or a item spot, which is the emblem. I'm pretty sure that was the emblem spot. Could be wrong. Probably wrong. Okay, so yeah, they do have the black stone. So they actually have all the stones they need to be able to go up to Death Toll. So then the only thing they really need at the moment, now that she has the mirror, is that armor. And then they can make their way up to, yep, that was that herb! So yeah, that's really all they need. RPGChick needs to get Dr. Leo, then they need to go kill some bosses, and then go kill some Death Toll. Cat's making her way back to the forest. She's gonna go wander around. Gonna talk to some squirrels. You have my item. Yep. That squirrel wants some delicious seeds. That squirrel's gonna give her a thunder ring. Again, at this point, it's completely useless. In a randomizer, the thunder ring is almost completely useless. Unless they've added some other features to the thunder ring since last I played. There's only one spot that does anything, and it's not. So Cat has not woken up the turbo dog bird. Gonna get yelled at by a crocodile. She's gonna go deal with that bird so she can get the turbo item. Cat clears out the last layer there. Oh, not the last layer. Yes, it was the last layer. Okay. Turbo refused to give his life to the evil one, Death Toll. He fought Death Toll, trying to save Greenwood and all its animals, but he was defeated. All right, Magrid Castle. Let's go. And we do have the king, but we can't actually talk to the king because I don't know that they've built the castle yet. Hey, do you think I'm pretty? You already have a medical herb. I don't need to know if you know that I'm pretty or not. Gosh dang it. But yeah, if you talk to her, she gives you one of the cards, and later on, once you find out she's the traitor, you can go back to her spot, and that's where you find the super bracelet, was where she was standing. That harp string we got earlier, we give to the singer dude who plays us a song. Plays the dirge. And we get the spot under the soldier, which is another sword. The critical sword, a sword more likely to get critical. But now we have every sword in the game. Nice. Cat talks to the bird, talks to the stump who dreams of being a bird. That normally unlocks the ice armor, but instead of the ice armor here, we're going to get something else. We already have the ice armor. VIP card for the right tower, platinum card for the left. And we're going to go ahead in. There is a spirit for this dungeon as well that you could get for your little spirit orb that would let you see some hidden walls, but again, if I had my guess, neither player is going to actually pick that up. Chest of drawers, I believe, has an item? Most of those chest of drawers has items. Cat gets an herb! blue-flavored water. Delicious. RPG cleaning up house here in the Grid Castle. Please don't walk so fast, I can't keep up. That's the wrong hole, cat. I'm sorry. There you go, that's the right one. I can give you a present. Please wait here. It never comes out. Goes in, disappears. All for a couple lousy gems. That's right, you put those herbs in chat. I appreciate everyone playing along with that. It's entertaining. Alright, so we are 2 hours, 10 minutes in, and we're doing pretty good here. We're actually looking pretty good for position here. What's really going to stink or take the time is where that soul armor is. Now, that soul armor can be just about anywhere in the last area. And the problem with that is that if it is in that last area, our players are probably going to wind up clearing out most everywhere else before they even go there. But we'll see what happens. If I had my guess, RPGChick is going to try to get there as soon as she can. But with that, Kat has completely cleared out pretty much the first two areas. She's going to go in the bubble area, and she's going to go ahead and finish up here because she has gotten the statues. And I think as long as she remembers to talk to the statues, she should be able to access just about everything. Mobile key. That is actually the key necessary to start the plane. The problem is, unless RPGChick went to the underground area and actually unlocked Dr. Leo, this is going to be a short trip for her. Because I think you have to have Dr. Leo. And there's Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Lisa unlocks a single item in the underground castle. Strange bottle from the mermaid on the left. Dog cannot be recalled yet. The stage performers are fun. They give you an item. If you get all three stage performers, you can get something from them. Herb! Again. I gotta love me some herb. Tasty, tasty herb. Herbs and spices on the salad and all that. Alright, she remembered to go talk to the statues. There's a mimic. Here we're introduced to mimics. Actually, we're introduced to mimics a little sooner, but RPGChick did not go into that part of the castle yet, which is entirely fine. She's doing work up top here. Although it might be a little bit better of a route choice to go and would have gone and gotten Dr. Leo first, even though knowing that she actually did get a hint earlier. I believe that Dr. Leo was in the underground castle. She might not have seen it. I know that Kat saw it for sure, but I don't know if RPGChick saw it. Herb! Some more gems. That's a mimic up there, by the way, just chilling. Don't worry about it. Cat going to check out this side. Did she give the? I didn't catch if she gave the pearl to the dolphin or not. She might not be able to get it. Either way, she's not really missing much. There really wasn't anything in that cave to be any kind of hype about. She's gonna grab this though, which is an emblem. Got it. Mobile key. Oh, I guess you can start it without Leo. I thought you had to have Leo to be able to start it. Huh? I guess you don't. Onward! Boss time! So, RPGChick's gonna deal with Jerkbird, while Cat's gonna go deal with some annoying fish. And the first time we actually get to hear the boss battle in the game. Alright, she's gonna pull out the Soul Blade, I imagine, and do the stab strats. This boss sucks to play. It just sucks. How many dives? There's 2 dives. Let's count them. Oh, beautiful. Oh, 2 dives. Not bad. Very good. Very good. Very good fight. I would take that any day. Absolutely take that any day. And there's our mole. We get to pick up our item from Monmo Mole now. Very nice. Very nice. Now we gotta get off the window. the plane. All right, here we go. Beautiful. And these guys are just gonna stand there and let us do that. It's fine. What about it? Back we go. All right. So Kat's gonna go and she's gonna take her round on the boss ship. So we're gonna see boss round number 2 with the flying, creaking skull. Meanwhile, RPGChick's gonna take a visit to the castle here and poke around a little bit. She got a recovery sword on. I think it's supposed to be the spirit sword, but the recovery sword's fine. And she's gonna go ahead and deal dishing some damage down here. Meanwhile, we have, like I said, round 2 with the floating skull boss there. And oh, missed the single round. That's okay. It's fine. She got this. There you go. And it goes down for the second time. I missed what that was. It's fine. Okay, she switched gear. There we go. And there's a little burb. It was emblem A. There we go. I see it. So she gets emblem A. RPGChick gets emblem A. Meanwhile, Kat has to get off the ghost ship and go to the next place. Forgot to switch her armor out, but it doesn't matter. It would just take more time just to switch it out, just to go right there. So spirit sword's out. Super bracelet. Oh yeah! Now we're in it. What a mistake to forget my underground mill. Well, the water mill was a very, very late get, so it's not surprising that it's taken so long to get back to it. Kat did actually go down into the water underground castle area, and she did get Dr. Leo down there, but RPGChick did not, and I'm not sure if she got the hint or not that's where Dr. Leo was. But she did finish the boss off. She does now have the super bracelet, which is an amazing item. They do have all 6 stones. The only major item left that we don't know where it's at, that we absolutely need, is the soul armor. Once we get the soul armor, I believe they're going to beeline it to the end of the game. But I don't know if Kat knows that the red hot mirror is in the mountain area. We got a hint from when we unlocked the kid gnome, that it was there. So I don't think Kat's just unlocked that one yet. We'll get it eventually. She's gonna go deal with the underground volcano as well, Durian, Dr. Leo, and the X6 castle. Yeah, she still has to do that. I'm just talking about items. Major items that we really need to find is the soul blade. Or excuse me, the soul armor. Thank you. So we're up in the Durian Fireball Mountain here. The Fireball Volcano, excuse me. We do have the Mermaid tier. I don't think you actually have to set off the Mermaid tier onto the thing. You don't actually have to do that. But it does make it an easier walk back out if you do. Kill some ghosties here. Some flying arbs of doom. That's it. Don't mind me. Cool. Yeah, so RPGChick's dealing with some ghosties, some skellies. Meanwhile, Kat makes her way through the volcano, the Durian volcano here, trying to clear this up, get it all dealt with and all that. That's fine. All right, RPGChick gets the rest of the crew. That is an item. If she ever wanders back up that way, she can go ahead and get whatever they have. Normally, it's just a medical herb. It's not really that big a deal. But you never know. It's randomizer. Validated. 1 gem validation. Again, if you've never played Soul Blazer before, I highly encourage it. It's a very fun game. It can be kind of rough in spots if you've never played it before, but it's definitely a very fun game. The Woodies. They are the Woodies. I don't know that I would call them that. That's... Anyways. Unless it's actually what their names are. Alright, so RPGChick unlocks a mermaid. So the Queen's mermaids are back at her side. Meanwhile, Cat unleashes a mouse in the house that wants to get rid of the cats before it'll let you in for a couple more items. Meanwhile, we're dealing with snakes and ghosts and Skelebros here. Definitely give these two a follow. GliitchWiitch and theRPGChick. There you got the links down there. Go ahead and give them a follow if you can. That'd be great. You are currently watching RGLove 3, the 3rd annual retro gaming marathon, fundraising marathon for Valentine's Day, Valentine's Week. We make a full week out of it. We got 8 days worth of retro gaming for you. Super excited for the entire event. We started about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning, Eastern time. It's going to go all the way through this week until Sunday, deep at night, and Monday, early morning next week. Stay tuned with us. This is going to be a blast. It's going to be a great time. RGLove is in chat if you got him. Thank you much. Again, I did say that this is our yearly fundraising event. If you choose to give us a sub or some donations, that would be phenomenal. We sincerely appreciate all the support that you guys have given us. We do have donation incentives for a lot of the games. Some that include things like warpless category, turning from a warped category in the Mega Man games to Mega Man. Let's try that again. From Warp Mario to Warpless Mario Marathon. We're going to be running Mario 1, 2, 3 back to back. If you donate for the Warpless, they will be playing through the entirety of all 3 of those games and not just giving you the short version. There's Rotator. There's a fun spell. But yeah, check out those donations if you want to give us a hand and donate towards a good cause, keeping our streams live, keeping our content going. We would very much appreciate it. One cool thing about the Elemental Mail, which RPGChick is demonstrating right now, is that you can literally walk across spikes and not get hurt, which is really cool. It's also the second most powerful armor in the game, so cool. Some more snacks. Snacks! Cat unleashes another, this is the Sleeping Dolphin. Cat's already actually been through that particular part of the mountain, the underwater world, water world, whatever. But she's probably not going to go back for it immediately. She's also not put her bubble armor on walking out, so she's going to take a little bit of damage running around out here. Meanwhile, RPGChick going to go and murder a bunch of skeletons a second time. There we go. More spikes. Ghosties. Down they go. Okay, maybe down they go. Where's the other one? There he is. And we've released the maid. Excellent. So, Cat is pretty much done with the water world here. And I know there's another name for it. I apologize. But she does have the back cave check, which she could do. She's got what she needs to do it, but it looks like she's not going to go through with that. She's going to give it a quick save. And she's going to go for it. She's going for something. Well, RPGChick not taking out those spikes. Yeah, she's going to go for it. She's going to hit that dolphin with a stick and give it a pearl. That's how you do it. Oh, she talked to it instead of giving it the pearl first. You have to have the pearl in your inventory when you talk to it, otherwise it'll just like, oh, I need this thing. Oh, and then you go back. There we go. There we go. There she's got it. Meanwhile, RPGChick unlocking another mouse. Mouse in Dr. Leo's house. So I did see that RPGChick has all 6 stones, and Cat actually is missing the one of the stones. So she actually needs to find that. I forget. I don't remember where that was at. I'm gonna talk to the maid. Would you like a medical herb? Herb! Yes. Herb strikes again. Yeah, she's still gotta get that castle built though. But she's not gonna do it here. So, off she goes. RPGChick's gonna take her way back to... There we go. She's gonna go back to the underground castle. Ideally, I think. Yes? Underground castle? Oh, no, she's gonna... Yeah, she is gonna back there, but she gotta go hit Lisa on the head with the stick now. Hey, Lisa! Stick! Unlocks that, which leads to an item. Lisa, you must help this man. Daddy, is that you? Who are you? Why am I here? Meanwhile, wakes up, sees you. Get out of my house! I'm sorry for yelling at you. Come back. No. And she's gone! Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Cat's gonna get her medical herb and a bunch of gems. Well, she actually didn't make any kind of bad maneuver by not coming here first. She just went and she basically cleared out everything in the Magritte castle that she could clear before doing this. So, she's okay. She's not in any hurt for time or anything. I mean... They technically still have about another hour to finish this. So you'll be alright. Be alright. Though, if they get, if RPGChick gets the castle unlocked and manages to get the soul armor quick enough, I don't think it's going to take quite that long. Either way, we'll be fine. We got another layer here we should go ahead and take out. Meanwhile, Cat is going back to mountain here. I don't think she's unlocked the thing yet. RPGChick has unlocked that piece, not Cat. Yeah, I didn't find it there yet, Cat. You gotta keep moving. It's a little bit farther than where you're at. However, talk to the kid. Talk to the kid. Talk to the kid. Talk to the kid. Do it. There you go. Red hot mirror. And RPGChick just found the A leaves. The A leaves are the basically catnip, and that lets RPGChick take the cats out of the main room in Dr. Leo's lab, and we get round 2 of Dancing Rambles. Onward. Power bracelet. So Cat gets her first bracelet. And I nearly just soaked myself. Beautiful. Okay. There's Dr. Leo. Good job. Alright, let's see where Cat's gonna go next. Cat's thinking about it. Alright, Cat's gonna go to Castle Magritte. She's gonna do some work up there. Meanwhile, again, RPGChick in the underground area. She's gonna go ahead and continue to clear out some layers down here. Plenty of items to find yet. Cat's gonna get her hidden emblem item, which is an herb! Of course. And she's gonna continue to go talk to the Queen. Queen's gonna say, hey, you already have an herb! She's gonna keep going. She's gonna keep looking around. Guess what she's gonna find on the sleeping man? Sleeping man over in the corner has an herb! No, nobody's gonna talk to this man. There's Flame Pillar from the King. There we go. King McGriddles, as the 3-2 called him. I finally realized what was happening when the situation was at its worst. Yeah, okay, bye. Cat unlocks the old man next to the first one of the first teleporters. Or, excuse me, RPGChick. Cat's going to ignore the sleeping soldier. Going to toss the magician his harp string. Because apparently you only need one harp string to play on a harp. Not one string for each of the, the tones. Nah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Critical sword! Harp string you normally find in the prison of the castle here, Castle Madrid, in one of the bones of one of the characters that died. Hey, Cat's going to take the eyesight. Cat's going to actually pick up the soul that lets you walk the basement that knows the castle's secrets. So we actually have one extra soul pickup. Neither one of these runners has picked up any of the other ones at all. We finally have somebody giving them, a little bit of love. That's fine. Don't worry about it. RPGChick clearing up. Platinum card. Cat is going to go the prison side first, and RPGChick just unlocked the second model town. Excellent. And I think RPGChick's about done here. She's got a few more layers, and she's going to be out. Meanwhile, Cat's clearing up over here. She's going to be getting her emblem A. At least these plants, they don't, shoot their tentacles at you, so you can kill them as soon as they get off their initial iframes, which is good. Emblem A for Cat. Another soldier in the castle. RPGChick now has her castle, so she can now go talk to King McGriddles. Cat's about to die. She needs to watch out. We might see another death here. It's actually kind of surprising. I don't know if she knows that she's that close. Oh, and Cat goes down. Trolley seed, huh? No, actually, this seed's been pretty good. To be fair, this seed has been pretty good. They got the Soul Sword very early. They got Phoenix very early. They got most of the Red Hot items early. The only thing the seed hasn't given them really is they didn't give them the bracelets until right about where they're at here, about 2.5 hours in. So other than that, I mean, it's been a pretty straightforward seed. There's not really been a super huge amount of backtracking required. You still kind of have to. This game's going to have a bit of backtracking. But I think RPGChick's going to push on. Oh, nope. She's going to go back to the forest land. She's going to get an item from the Woodies. Latmackie with a tier 1 sub. Subscribing for 5 months. Thank you very much for the sub, Latmackie. We appreciate your support. And the support of everyone here today watching us and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Okay, let's see if I really am Billy. It's Billy! Herb! Got him! She's going to go check out the Mon Mole ribbon item here. And we're going to find Spark Bomb. This is a fun one. Emblem G for Cat there on the left. And we're going to whack a tree stump with a stick. She's going to find her item in the box, which is normally the ice armor. But it's going to be different, obviously, being the randomizer. I think Cat needs to check and see if she's got her elemental mail on. I think she's taking more damage than she's supposed to be taking. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I think she's taking a bit much. Medical herb for RPGChick. And off she goes. So now she's just doing some final cleanup. I don't think there's a lot of areas left for them to really check. She has not gone back to the mountain yet with her mushroom shoes, so she may do that next. And she can get the hidden wall item, which is another bottle. Yay. But yeah, I don't think she did the sliding stuff yet, the last of the sliding stuff with her shoes, so she may still need to go back there, but I don't question her going to do the minor cleanup right now because you're close. You might get lucky in the last area and find what you need. So she's got this, the A leaves. She's gonna go grab these kitty cats. They're gonna follow her out of the room because they like catnip. Literally, you've got catnip. That's exactly what's going on here. Catnip. Because of that, we have access to the rat hole, which actually gives us access to a couple more items, which is great. But we can't finish off the checks here because we still need a door key, which I don't know if we picked up or not, and we need the dresser. Fancy a shield bracelet? Hey! How about 2 shield bracelets? Hey! So we have all the bracelets now, so not that it matters. Once you have the super bracelet, you've got what you need. I think she does have the door key, so I think she can go in there. Let me look at her Cat's tracker. Yeah, Cat has the key, so I imagine RPGChick has it as well. So, up to the castle. She's going to do what she needs to do. She's going to do the needful. She's going to be heading up to the Death Toll Land. Death Toll Land, the end. Hey! She's going to go talk to King McGriddle. Some tasty McGriddles. Flame Pillar. Cat unlocking her woodland creature. She's still got one more to find to get the whole crew to complete the set. But I think it's time to go somewhere. Let's go. You're doing well. Do not give up. She's got to go talk to Dr. Leo first. Dr. Leo is going to do something magical here. We have to defeat Death Toll. We're ready to roll. Autobots from Black. Dunk! Strongest guard in the video game, right there. Kill this loser. Dude's a tank. You are worse than evil. Wait, there's more! Hey, keep walking. Daddy! Dr. Leo, will you cooperate now? Alright, but please, let her go. Deal. RGLove, stay behind me. Magic armor! This is it. This is the way. Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son. Rip Dr. Leo, and we don't even care about talking to Lisa, trying to console her. No, we're just gonna keep going. That's the second time we've run away from Lisa. Well done. Bye! Alright. RPGChick watching the final death of Leo. Picking up probably a medical herb because he didn't pick anything up. Nothing was there. Alright, it's time. I think it's time. Is it time? It's time. Let's go. 6 stones started to shine and were swallowed into the aurora. So, RPGChick, first one to get into the final area at 2 hours and 37 minutes. She has everything she needs except for the soul armor. Once she gets the soul armor, she'll be able to finish the game. Cat, clearing out, the dungeon at Castle Madrid. She's not too far behind. But, as you can see, RPGChick is level 24 and is finally able to swing the Soul Blade. So she'll be able to whip that around like a baton and whoop up on some of these demons and critters running around here. Opening up some doors. Getting some treasure. Bugs! But you will see her pass up a lot of these layers. Because you don't have to unlock all these layers, because at this point you're only unlocking the actual level itself. So she got some gems there, some more gems there. There's not really a whole lot left in the game to find that they haven't already found. Primarily, the only thing they have missing is the armors, some of the armors, and some of the magic spells. Which at this point they don't really need anything but the one. Cat showing off what those cool little hidey hole spotting spirit things can do. So you can literally see where you're going. So it's really nice. Really nice. They don't make you hunt for those things without in their normal gameplay. You got a chance to not have to do that. RPGChick showing off the light arrows. Light arrows is by far, I think, the coolest spell in the game. Phoenix is cool. Phoenix is great and all that. But the light arrows are the real shine there. Those light arrows, it's a 4-way attack, and it's very, very potent. It does a lot of solid work. It's well worth the gems to use. Probably of the magic spells, the only one I would really say myself to use, other than the Phoenix, which you have to use against Death Toll, is either light arrows or maybe magic flare. Those are the only ones I would really use. But, I mean, to each their own, to each, you know, everybody likes their own spells and whatnot. Okay. I'm pretty sure you can kill those guys with the Soul Blade, but you might have, I don't know if you have to have the Soul Armor. She might have forgotten that she's got the Soul, oh, that's why she doesn't have the Soul Blade on. There you go. Oh, no! RPGChick takes a death, but she's going to be able to get another item here anyways. So, it's not too far back. So, let's see what we got in this chest. Strange bottle! Yeah, that's not what we need. So there's not much left here to find. I think she only got maybe a couple more chests you can look through without absolute necessity of the soul armor. So she may have to go back and do some cleanup somewhere else to find it. Meanwhile, Cat unlocking the Great Door. There's the spirit that what you see in the model houses. I would probably take that on the way by. Take out the other model town. There's a treasure chest on the right there. That's what she was going for when she got taken out by the... oh, hey. The rolling geometry. Free level up. She should be able to take out this geometry by smacking it with the sword. She doesn't. It's okay. Rolling by. There you go. Now she takes out the geometry. Treasure chest we have! Medical herb! So, by the way, if you have a medical herb in your inventory already, if you pick one up, it will just heal you. Cool. Alright, so now she's in the last area of the game here. The problem is with walking around in this area, if you do not have the soul armor, you will take a ridiculous amount of damage every couple of seconds when those little skull ghosty things pop up in the background. So she's trying to race basically to the last chest location here, and hopefully it's something useful, which is just the MMC. And a very convenient death warp. Unfortunately, she does have to go hunting for that armor. So she is done in the end world until she gets it. Is the level difference indicative of lead? No, absolutely not. It just happens to be that at this point, RPGChick is in fact farther ahead, but the level doesn't necessarily mean you are. And the reason for that is something that happened in the very beginning of the game. RPGChick, when they both got the Soul Blade immediately, RPGChick took the time to actually level up by killing traps. The Soul Blade is capable of killing those moving spikes and the spikes coming up from the ground. She found it in the Forest Temple, so she used it to kill the little spike traps in the Forest Temple. So she leveled up to level 20 before ever leaving, which was a very, very short grind to do that. Cat actually did not take that chance to do that, so that's why she's a little bit further behind, level-wise. But to be fair, at this point, Cat has cleared, I'd say, probably all but maybe 1 or 2 dungeons worth less than what RPGChick has. So she's not that far behind. At this point, the things that are missing, again, we need the soul armor. That's what RPGChick now is backtracking to find. That's what she's missing. Cat is also missing the same thing. Cat is also missing, I think, one of the stones at this point. But she's very, very close behind, so she'll be able to clear up fairly well. But she will, if she goes to the end level soon, she will also discover the fact that there is no soul armor in the deep space. Can a randomizer require that heck run? To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think everything is logical. I think everything runs by logic. I don't think there's really any super huge major glitch skips that I am aware of. But again, I don't run it often. I haven't actually played this in a while. But I don't think you have to do any kind of heck run. There might be some places where you do get some pretty nasty situations. There's absolutely some places where you get some nasty situations. Chest of Drawers could have it. That's actually something that I think she might go straight for. I would. Heck, I'd bail out of here for that. Because that's 1 or 2 items. I think that's 2 items, actually. But yeah, I don't think a heck run, per as far as running through deep space like that, is going to be a required situation. But there are situations where you might have a sword that won't kill the enemies that you need to kill, or you'll have some really nasty enemy combinations. Arr! Never mind, we in there. RPGChick is in go mode. She's got the armor. She's ready to beat this game. She's straight up. She's out of here. Soul armor can't be in the room, and you can't go through the water without the bubble. Exactly, yeah. The logic doesn't expect you to do hell runs without, or those areas without actually finding the piece of gear that you need to do it. So you're not going to have to do the underwater world without the bubble armor. You're not going to have to do that particular area without the soul armor. But RPGChick is gone. She's running. She's going straight to the end. Unfortunately, Cat is a little far behind. I think that in this particular case, RPGChick's just going to run away with this one. That's fine. It's been an entertaining show from both the racers here. We appreciate both Cat, the GliitchWiitch, and the RPGChick for showing off their skills and playing a very fun game. I've enjoyed the heck out of this game. I grew up with this game. I was thrilled when they made the randomizer. I love the heck out of it. It's good stuff. But we're not done yet. We still gotta get that death toll kill, and we'll go as long as Kat wants to go here for her. She's not that far behind. I hope she finishes. She'll probably will. Now we're in the final area, dealing with the ghosties. Spooky. You know Squid, subbing at a tier 1. Thank you for that sub. We appreciate you very much here at Retro Gaming Live TV, home of your Retro Live Gaming Entertainment. This is RGLove 3, an 8-day Retro Gaming Love event. 200 plus games, actually I'd say about 225 games put on for you lovely people, showing off some of the coolest retro content out there, from randomizers to regular speed runs to casual runs to other things that you might not normally see in other marathons. That's right, we get it to you in your face. This is our yearly fundraising marathon, so if you see fit to donate or sub, that's great. We appreciate if you don't, that's fine. We appreciate you nevertheless. There are incentives for some of the games coming up. Please look at those incentive lists. !donate. Guess who? We're going to Death Toll. RPGChick's gonna beat on him. She's gonna get her super bracelet back out, whoop on this guy up, get him down. Drop your RG lovers in chat. We got a run going. This isn't even my final form. He's going even further beyond. So the Death Toll fight is pretty unusual. You have to break down the little fireballs in the ground before Death Toll will open up and you can actually hit them. And you have to use Phoenix to be able to kill him. If you look at RPGChick's gem count, she is super low on gems. So she's going to burn through those gems very quickly. I don't think she has enough without grabbing all the gems the little blue flames are dropping. But I am pretty sure she'll be just fine. So you have to dodge the fireballs on the ground, which aren't too bad. Then you have to dodge lasers from the little laser crystals. And then you have to dodge the fireball shooting out of the mouth of Death Toll himself. None of those are really that difficult. The lasers themselves are probably the ones that are going to get you the most often, or the RNG of the flames on the ground. Some of them can just pop up on your feet. But it is not a terribly difficult, because by the time you're at this point, you have enough leveling power, you have a medical herb, you have the super bracelet, you have what you need. It's just It's just a little beatdown. Meanwhile, Cat's going to take out Jerkbird, the real final boss of the game. Meanwhile, that's right. All right, no dives yet on Cat's side, and death toll goes down. Can we get a GG for the RPG Chick? At 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 53 seconds, we got a GG on the RPG Chick. Congratulations. Hope you enjoyed the seed. That's right. World of Evil began to disappear. All right, so I stopped that a little sooner. We've got about another 40, up to about 40, 50 minutes here for Kat, if she wants to go ahead and finish. Let's see if RPG Chick wants to join me in chat. Post-game commentary. So we've got the audio back on. Kat. Kat's going to go ahead and keep going. We've got about another 30 minutes. Ignore the timer. It's a little off. RPG Chick finished at 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 74 seconds. 2 hours, 40 minutes, 56 seconds in the race spot we got in our Discord. But Kat's doing well. Never give up. Never surrender. She's going for it. She's gonna do work. She's got about a half an hour. All right, going into the other side of the castle, Castle McGriddle. Since we're changing his name, might as well keep it going. Castle McGriddle. Gonna knock out some of these fire-spitting statues. Again, this is RGLove. This is our annual week-long marathon fundraiser to help our staff. Started this morning about 9 a.m. Eastern. We're going to keep it rolling for a full 8 days and a little bit more after that. Again, hope you stick with us. We ain't done. We ain't anywhere close to being done at this point. I'm going to add whatever. I'm going to give you whatever time here pops up for her once she actually finishes out on her side. Let me go ahead and see if I can. Alright, it's final time. There we go. There we go. Final time. 2:48.74. Someone has called him King McRib before. Well, when you've got McGrid, it's very easy to transpose it to something else like McGriddle, McRibs. Making me hungry and need some freaking McDonald's right now. Gosh, did he darn it? So you see that that soldier soul that Kat picked up is helping her out a little bit. She can see some of these invisible walls. Of course, it's kind of curious. This one guy just literally standing in one. But not a big deal. Not a big deal. Gonna kill the chessmen here, the knights, and the little robot-y soldiers just dancing around in place because they practiced that. They wanted to make sure everybody saw that. That's another tulip. We will never be talking to that tulip. It is not worthwhile. There's no need. Alright. Level up! Level 24. So now Cat can finally swing her sword, and she'll be able to dispatch things a little faster now. Being able to swing the Soul Blade is a very, very fulfilling feeling. Because you spend a lot of the game, they spent literally the entire game, using it as a stabby stick, because they can't swing it. But now they can swing their sword and whoop on them. Good stuff. Let's see.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi! How you doing?
I'm pretty good. That was like my second or third best time on one of these seeds.
I was gonna say, it was, that seemed like a pretty, solid seed, a pretty smooth one.
Hey, anything that's well under 3 hours is good to me, so...
Yeah, no doubt. 'Cause I know for me, it usually takes me at least 4 or 5 minimum. But, so what do you think about that seed? What was your, what were you thinking when you got the Soul Blade, like, immediately?
I was like, oh, okay, I rolled a nice, safe seed at the very least.
Yeah, because I recall seeing some. I've only played a few myself, but there's a few that have been like literally hell runs the entire way. This one seemed like it was quite forgiving.
Well, you usually get a Zantetsu Blade pretty early, just because they want you to like kill the scorpions in the fire shrine. But it's been a long time since I've seen a Soul Blade that early.
Yeah, one of the things that we saw that I didn't even think of is that as soon as you got that, you immediately went up and started killing the ground traps, and you were level 20 plus pretty much for the entirety of the run.
Yep.
Cat actually didn't do that. I wasn't even thinking about that personally, so I'm actually kind of not surprised that that she didn't either. But
well, she knew about it because we were talking about it. But I know she said she didn't grind like that high, but I didn't. I would have figured she would have grinded at least a little bit.
Yeah. Nevertheless, that was a fun trick. I'll have to remember that the next time I actually run this.
The ground spikes are worth the second most experience after the flipping panels in the World of Evil.
3 grand.
The snowballs are worth a pretty good amount too, but the spears that come out from the walls in the grid basement are worth like almost nothing.
Because I think at that point they kind of expect you to at some point run back through there with something that can kill it.
I guess so, but yeah, they're really not worth very much.
Alright, well that's awesome. So, the the herb hunter strikes again.
So many damn medical herbs.
So many herbs.
Like, I have enough medical herbs to like choke death toll here.
Hey, Death Flow! I'm about to overflow your health. Fun trick.
If only that was a possibility, that would be really nice.
There's another very fun game that proves to be a useful tactic. Anyways, Cat here looks like she's doing all right. She's getting close there. She hasn't attempted to go to the end yet. She's actually back in the first area at the moment. I'm not. Oh, she's picking up Lisa's item. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lisa was kind of useless. I know she's looking for the last stone and the soul armor, but I don't remember where I picked up the last stone because I picked it up a while back.
I didn't catch it either. I thought she grabbed it, but then I saw in her inventory because it's hard to see. She's got a tracker up, and I was looking at it. It's like it looks like it's there, but the black stone tricks you on trackers because it's the same color. No, the soul armor you found was in the second model town. It's like as soon as you grabbed it, it's like, yeah, she gone. Yep. But I can't recall for the life of me where the black stone was.
Yeah, because the stones were mostly on NPCs and stuff, so it had to be on something that got released. But I really absolutely do not remember where the heck it was. I did give Cat a little bit of a hint to make the soul armor a little easier to find, though.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got about another 25 minutes or so. per as far as the normal schedule. But yeah, she can finish it. She should be all right.
Well, I mean, considering she's gonna do the IOG right after this, I'd give her at least a little bit of a break.
Yeah. If she wants to
If I
drop
could have
off
told
early,
her,
she's
if I
more than
could have
welcome
told her
to.
where the stove was, I would have given her a hint on that too. But
It'll be all right. So, if there's one thing you could suggest about this game, is there any like a tactic or strategy or something you could suggest about anybody playing this game for the first time? What would you suggest to them approaching the randomizer?
the randomizer or the vanilla?
Either one.
Well, with the vanilla, it's different because the vanilla is pretty linear, but a lot of the battles are knowing where to stand because most of the monsters are pretty predictable. For the randomizer, it's all about knowing where the little hidden item locations are, like on the cliff edges and stuff like that, or next to the
'cause some of those
castle
are
there was
pretty tricky.
something. Yeah. But also knowing like what unlocks other stuff as well. Like it's a lot to remember with this game, to be honest.
Somebody in chat just made a comment, unanimated. The J version of the face is a little different, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
J version of the face is much more anime.
Much more anime. But yeah, well, definitely want to say appreciate you picking up this and racing with Kat on this one. This is a fantastic game. I really love this game as a kid, like I keep saying, and the randomizer just made it that much better.
Well, we do have the annual race coming up again in April.
There you go.
So if you're interested in learning the speed run, you can join the Quintet Discord. The annual Ever Hate race is every single year, whether you're experienced at it or not, or whatever. And we will be happy to provide notes for you if you're interested in speedrunning the vanilla version. And I actually did submit this along with somebody else for the for RPG Limit Break, so fingers crossed.
Very nice. So yeah, on that, at the very beginning of the game, if anybody was watching closely enough, it says "Good luck and blame Everhate." Just for the sake, since we've got time, could you mention who was Everhate? Why the event?
I haven't been around long enough to know him personally, but he was, at least from what I can gather, one of the original runners, if not the original runner for this particular game. And I know the notes are his, but unfortunately he passed away at some point. So the race is kind of in memory of him.
And do you remember how many years the race has been run? I don't know if you had that or not, but
I've only been on Twitch for 3 years, and it's been going on for all 3 of those years. So
again, if you're interested in that, like she said, if you want to join that race, you don't even have to be a speedrunner. If you just want to play the game during that race event, because actually I think the last year I did it on my channel, I just was playing the randomizer. But check that out. Check out the Discord, the Content Discord. I'm not sure where that's linked, but
I can probably find that. Hold on.
if you happen to, you can go ahead and drop it in the
Please
chat. If
hold.
not, it's fine. Please hold the next available representative. Your time is valuable to us. Somebody has heard those way too many times.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happens when we're our age.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Quintet Discord if you're interested.
There you go.
And it's all Quintet, so it's Soul Blazer, it's Terranigma, it's Illusion of Gaia, Robotrek, ActRaiser, which Enemy did a very nice job on earlier.
Sure it did. Got a nice solid PB too from the sounds of it.
Oh heck yeah.
So we got Kat back up in the mountains again. She's digging for some blackstone up there. See if she can find it here.
Unfortunately, she's not gonna find it here.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I
wish
didn't
could
even go
remember where
into
that was
this part of
at.
the. Yeah, I didn't even go into this part of the mountain.
That's right. I was noting that. It's like you didn't utilize the mushroom shoes too much.
Not at all. This part of the mountain and the left tower, I completely bypassed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think she's already been in there, in both of them.
Yeah, I saw her in the left tower. But... I don't know.
Yeah.
I really wish I remember where the heck that other stone was.
Well, she's gonna keep searching for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and keep chilling out here and sticking it out with Kat here. If you want to hang out here, you're welcome to do so as well. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, sure.
But we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. This is definitely one of those randomizers that can definitely hit you in the backside with backtracking a lot, or trying to get to one place, finding you need something to go back to somewhere else, backtracking. It can be really bad. It's like, hey, I got mushroom shoes. Hey, I got the leaf. Hey, I got the other leaf. I got just it sends you literally all over.
It's one of the things I dislike the most about this randomizer. Like, if you're playing Link to the Past rando, there's usually some kind of a logic that you can follow.
Right.
And there is to a certain extent here too. Like, you can only enter Lake Loon if you have the Lucky Blade and things like that. But when everything is open, you don't know where the heck to go. And the only thing you can really do, which is why I picked the places I picked, is you try to pick places that have either high treasure content because you're looking for an item, or you pick things that have maybe more layers instead because you're still looking for an NPC.
Yeah, you guys actually found most of the NPCs that let you cross to the new areas very quickly. I mean, you guys had, I think, all of them by at least nearly all of them within like 30 minutes. Hey, there's our magic bell. That's a fun item to have. But yeah, you had most of the major NPCs very early, so you guys were able to move along fairly quick. You guys actually didn't even diverge though for quite a while. It was the same track pretty much all the way up to when you got to the mountain in the first place. I think she stopped and she went back and did some other areas at that point. That's where you guys really truly diverged. I think it was about an hour 15 in. But up to that point, you guys are pretty much the exact same places, the exact same timing. You guys just kept going the same way.
A lot of people at the beginning of the seed, because there's limited places to go, will usually end up going the same way.
Yeah, and I figured that at least a little bit that was the case. But even after that, you guys still kind of hung a little bit in the same area until eventually you guys finally decided to go different ways. So it was interesting. It was just interesting to see that. But yeah, looks like she's clearing up here. She's got just about everything else that's left here. Yeah, the timer got reset a little bit. I stopped it on accident when RPGChick stopped. Just add 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 74 seconds to that timer. You got it about right. It's on the screen. Cough. I misclicked. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? Considering that you were last-minute restreamer on the fly, you know what? You did an awesome job.
Appreciate that. No, I was absolutely thrilled to go ahead and be commentating on this, because, like I said, I love the heck out of this game, and I might not always have all the names right or whatnot, but I got chat there to back me up. That's wrong. What are you doing?
Chat's good at that.
Metal Mantis, not Swordmaster. You're right. It is Metal Mantis and not Swordmaster. I said Swordmaster because I forgot. And so on and so forth. But yeah, a lot, and that's the other part of randomizers too in general. Not just necessarily Soul Blazer, but in general. It's very, very common to have one person get really lucky on the drops because they decided to go one particular direction than the other person, and that could cost the one person anywhere from a couple minutes to literally an hour, depending on where you go.
Yeah, it really does depend on how much stuff is open at any given time.
Or you could run into a situation where you have a game that's just rude, and you have to do things that what if Sword Mantis? You're not wrong. But yeah, you can have a game that's just really rude and put things in really, really bad locations that are not necessarily commonly checked, and then you wind up having one person who does check it commonly and another who doesn't, and that's the thing that can literally win them the game.
Or you get somebody who just completely derps and forgets to check stuff.
Or go backs to, take out Aghanim because Aghanim was blocking the one thing you need, or, something goofy like that. That's a little into the Zelda reference there. But Sword Mantis, the Metal Master. There you go! I got people on my side. That's awesome. Let's go. It's called jank memory and the lack of taking the time ahead of time to actually pull up a reference that has all that information in it. I forgot. That, and clearly I don't play this game enough to have remembered that. Anyways, no. But no, this is a great game. Check it out. Definitely pick up the original game if you haven't. If you have played the original game, go out and find the randomizer. It's definitely a blast from the past in a new way. Those of you who've never played a randomizer before, it's definitely one to try out.
We'll tell you though, the randomizer does sometimes requires to know some of the speed strats. Being able to find your way in the dark is a thing sometimes. You don't always get them all to like the way. Kind of using a lot of poke strats because maybe you just don't get a good sword, or the sword is so heckin' high level that
which is
exactly
anyway. What happened in this game. You got the Soul Blade immediately. It's like, I'm level 5. I have the Soul Blade. Crap. But then again, you can just poke stuff with that, and even with that, it was like ridiculous.
Yeah, just used to poke strats anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the speedrun, the speedrun is fun because it's not that long. A lot of us are around 2 hours, and it's an RPG. It's fairly short. But yeah, it can be a little bit brutal sometimes. Yeah, even before the annual Everhate race, like I would play this once a year at least, and 100% everything.
Cat's looking for that hidden item. She's not quite sure where it's at.
I don't think that was the stone either, though.
Huh?
I don't think that was the stone either, though.
Yeah, she knows what to look for. She's just not quite sure where.
Yeah, because I went back here after after I was already looking for the soul armor.
Yeah, see, this spot's tricky because you unlock it with the snail or the mushroom. Oh, she's walking away without it. It's really tricky because it's in a very, very awkward spot that looks like it should be deeper than what it actually is.
Yeah.
So I think she's just kind of like, it's like, oops, and just kind of away. Oops. But like you said, I don't think it was the
no,
item.
it can't possibly be. Like I said, I was already looking for the soul armor at that point, and I had all the stones at then.
Right on. Let's see. Yeah, I don't recall. It would take too much time to go back to the VOD to actually see where that was at, but she's very close, though. She's very, very close. She's got the soul armor to grab out of the second model town, so if she goes there, she can grab that now. But the Blackstone might remain elusive here. Yeah,
it's unfortunate that taking only one cat out of the room is not enough for that.
Yeah, no, you have to have both. Yeah, the A leaves, I forget what the A fully stands for, but it literally catnip. Literally catnip.
Yep.
So she's gonna go get her soul armor, but that still leaves the stone left unturned. But a bunch. I'm sorry, bad pun's bad pun. Oh, we got this. All right. Cat releases the singer. I think it was at the top middle-ish is where the armor was here.
Well, this is the first town or the second town?
I believe this is the second.
Oh yeah, this is the second one.
Yeah, because she did go in the first one was earlier. I think. Yeah, it was definitely one of the earlier ones. I can't remember if there was something special in it. I think there might have been a stone in it, but I don't think it was the black one. Could be wrong. But yeah, you definitely had that well before this point. Well, cool. Yeah, the timer did restart. I apologize. We are at about 2 hours and about 2 hours 15 right now. 3 hours 15. Excuse me. So we're getting close. We are getting close. Cat just needs to hunt down the stone and get the armor, and she's good to go. RPGChick did in fact crush it. He did a fantastic job.
I just got lucky. That's all.
Yeah. So sometimes the time is based off of luck and where stuff's at, and sometimes it's based off the skill. RPG, don't sell yourself short. You got a lot of skill in this game.
Well, I mean, Kat and I are pretty even with our PBs as well, so she's got just as much skill as I do. She just got very unlucky with some of her checks.
Yeah. One of the things that definitely helped you out is the fact that you did get those extra levels early on, because she did take a couple of early deaths that pushed her back farther. But there's actually one thing that you did, and I don't know if you got it or not. I'm actually curious. Did you? There was a hint for Dr. Leo being in the underground castle.
Yeah, I saw that, but Dr. Leo is usually kind of worthless, and I only went back at the very end because I was like, okay, well, maybe at least I get 2 items out of that check, so that was the only thing that led me back to the underground castle at some point.
Alright, cool. I was curious about that. So, remind me, is Dr. Leo required to be able to move from Castle Madrid over? Or is that just, you just need...
I mean, in the vanilla it is, but not in this.
It isn't in the randomizer. Okay. So you literally just need the key one NPC and the building that they're in to be able to move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kat seems to have bypassed the entire middle section. But since she's checking how many layers she has, I really hope she goes back.
She's going that way. She's going that way. She needs to go... Okay, there you go. She's going there.
Alright.
So she circled it all around the middle. It's in the middle! Come on! No! It's one of those things as a watcher, he's like, when you know where something's at, and the person streaming doesn't, it's like you so want to just say, it's right here! It's right here! But it's like, you can't! It's a randomizer. You're supposed to just shush and let them do their thing. There we go. She's got her armor. Cool. Now she's going to go ahead and move along. We just need to figure out where in the freaking stinking Blackstone's at, so she can go ahead and freaking stink and beat this thing. Did she talk to the... I think she talked to the Maria the Dollar. It was a medical herb, of course.
Yeah, you have to talk to the... Essentially, that's what you need to move on in the randomizer, is you have to unlock and speak to whoever the village chief, quote-unquote, is.
Uh-huh.
So the village chief, the tree, the queen, gnome, but in order to get to gnome, you have to have the king also, and then Marie and Magritte.
This is the case that you have to push, right?
Yeah, but I didn't even get that.
Yeah, you didn't, but I was just... Yeah. Alright. So again, while GliitchWiitch, or Cat, as we lovingly call her, because her name, is finishing up, remind everybody this is Retro Gaming Live TV, home of retro gaming entertainment. You are watching RGLove 3. This is the 3rd annual Retro Gaming Love event that we've put on, where we feature 8 days of Retro Gaming Live events and games and all sorts of fun awesomeness. Kicked it off with a bang earlier on and keeping it going very, very strong. This is our yearly fundraiser event, so if you sub to us, we would very much appreciate your support. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. We appreciate you guys hanging out in the chat. We do have donation incentives as well for various games or modifications to the games coming on in the event. So if you want to see some games or see some things happen to certain games that make things really, really interesting, you can donate to those. Like, for instance, I use the Mario one as an example, because the Mario one, the Mario Relay 1 through 3, it'll make it, instead of a warp category, which makes the games very short and easy, to warpless, which makes them significantly longer and far more interesting. We have that incentive, as well as like one of the games I'm running, Mega Man 3 for DOS. If you want to see lovely Mega Man 3 for DOS, not in VGA, but in CGA instead, we got an incentive for that as well. So if you want to see what Liz did in the event GDQ, we're going to repeat that during our race if that incentive gets met. So by all means, please, if you have the ability to donate, fantastic. That's great. We appreciate it. If you don't, again, we still appreciate you guys being here, hanging out with us, enjoying some awesome gaming, either speed run, casual, or just a bunch of us hanging out and being goofy together. Whatever the case may be, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us here as we tie up this particular game, Soul Blazer Randomizer. Kat's taking a think here. She's taking a think, see what she can do here. Trying to remember where she can go. She's close. She's very close. She's just got to find one more item that unfortunately we can't remember where it was at either. So we can't even give her a hint to be able to finish it at this point. So we'll see what she chooses to do here. She's got about 10 minutes left, generally speaking, on the schedule. But if she taps, we'll go ahead and tap as well here. She's thinking. She's doing the dance. One fun thing about this game, very early on in the game, there's an NPC that teaches you how to do the crab walk, what we were referring to earlier as poking the enemies. If you hold L or R, I believe, your character will hold out the sword and allows you to walk left and right. I don't think when they made that they originally thought, well, we're going to give him this. It's a primary, one of the primary means, secondary means of attack. But, whatever, you're going to use it. I don't think there's a moment when I play this game that I'm not using it. The crab walk poke strats is like something that I do like almost 90% of the time. It's kind of funny. But it feels like they almost kind of trivialize it at the beginning of the game. It's like, yeah, you can use this. It might help you out. There's some bosses where it makes perfect sense to use it. For instance, Jerkbird. Jerkbird is really almost the only way to fight him if you've got a strong sword but can't swing it. A couple bosses actually help with doing that. Like the statue bosses too. That helps to do that on them. Alright, so Kat's back over here in... she's got the Lucky Blade already from there. She's back in Greenwood. I keep calling it the forest area, the woodland area. I wish I could remember the place names. Gosh! Weapons brains made of potatoes or something. I don't know. She's sniffing around. She's going to look around for a little bit here and hopefully find the black stone here somewhere. Give her a chance to do that while enjoying some awesome music. Some awesome music in this game. Maction with the tier 1 sub, subbing for 31 months. Give love to that Maction man right there. Give that man a Mac Hub and some RGLove. Maction says, gotta RGLove everything about this right now. Thank you very much, Maction, for being awesome. One of the initial founders of Retro Gaming Live, one of the initial people here. We definitely appreciate you very much, Mac. Good to see you. Good to see you in chat. give a big old Jackal or retro win for Maction there. Oh, we're doing great, Maction. We're having fun. We're playing video games. We're randomizing it up. It's just nothing but having so much fun. We've got all sorts of good, awesome gaming action coming at you. We ain't even begun this event. We ain't even begun to entertain you guys with fun and exciting games. We have Soul Blazer Randomizer going on right now. We're finishing up, and Kat's looking for that last stone. Next up, Kat will be continuing to entertain us with Illusions of Gaia Randomizer, which is going to be awesome. We had some schedule movement happening, so after Illusions of Gaia, it's not going to be Prop Hunt. We're actually going to be doing the Godzilla block. We've actually moved that up. Big Mike and Bald Nate are going to entertain us with some awesome Godzilla action. And then we're going to close out tonight with Symphony of the Night Randomizer. But it doesn't end there. It's going to keep going for the next 7 to 8 days. We've only just begun to entertain. So I hope y'all stick with us to the end. Through the end. It's going to be a fun week. Soul Blazer! Thank you. What's going on, Dog Developer? How you doing? Bork! Bork in chat. Bork. Let's see what we got here. So RPGChick has jumped back in chat with Kat. Let's see if we can go ahead and get this finished up and see if we can green stone. Oh, there's another stone. It's not the stone we need. Oh, we found the places where 2 of the stones were, but not the one that we need. No. The search continues.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to give her a little bit of a hand there.
Right. Yeah. She literally refound 2 of the stones.
Yeah. It's okay though.
She's found it. Where was it at?
She just picked it up off the Jewel Fairy.
Oh. Oh! You know what? That Jewel Fairy. No, I gotta say this right now. That Jewel Fairy screwed me over once too. That for the same exact reason. I didn't even think about that. That one Jewel Fairy got me too. That was the green stone, not the black stone.
Yeah, she was missing the green stone and I think the silver stone or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's in go mode, so she's gonna
she's in go mode. She's gonna finish this up. Awesome. Let's give it a hand for RPGChick and Kat. These gals are awesome. Y'all do some serious work. We appreciate you. Excellent. But yeah, that particular one's easy to miss, and I could say this because I've missed it. When you get to the light temple, the last temple that has all the spirity bouncing balls in it. If you go back onto the raft, and you do this any of the other rafts, that take you back the direction you came. But that particular raft will actually continue going forward to the left. And that fairy, I don't think, has anything really useful in normal gameplay, other than a quick warp back to the beginning, or the pinnacle. I call it the pinnacle. I don't know what to call it. Where the Masters is for saving and healing. I've missed that in a run before myself, and that was it. That was the thing that did it. So I'm actually. I'm laughing about it, but I'm not laughing about it. It's funny, but it's not funny, but it is. So, anyways, moving on. Kat's gonna finish this up. She's gonna take out this world of evil. She's gonna take out Death Toll. We're gonna see another Death Toll crack. Death Toll crush. Get it done. Get her done. Thank you for the love in the chat, RGLove in the chat. Let's get some RG Lava in the chat. Let's burn it up in here. Let's keep it going, keeping it hot, keeping it going. Let's see some of that RG Lava, because it's toasty.
At least she can go through the world of evil in go mode.
Right? Yeah. She since she got the soul armor from the second model town, she could just literally roll through here.
Unlike me, who had to walk through here like 3 times, especially because I died once.
It's one of those things about this game I forget. Once you get to this last part of the world of evil, if you don't have the soul armor, you start taking damage every couple of seconds, but you take like a monstrous amount of it. All right, here we go. Guess who? get some action going. She's got, if she needs it, she can pull out the magic bell for the infinite magic. But at this point, I think she's got more than enough gems to handle it. When I was watching you, I'm like, I don't know if RPGChick has enough gems, and I'm like, wait a minute, I need to have more faith in RPGChick than this. She got it. She's fine.
Especially because when you kill the pillars, you get the gem drops anyway.
You get what are those each? 2 each?
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
that size they're usually about 4, I think. But Phoenix only costs 2, so Phoenix is a fairly minimal spell, thank goodness.
Well, it's amazing for a spell that's freaking ridiculous that you get so late in the game. It's pretty cheap. But then again, they kind of have to make it cheap because you have to use it to fight this boss. Damage is only when the ghost and spirit's in the background. Yeah, so that's what I say every couple of seconds. I didn't describe the actual occurring event that causes that. But yes, you're right. You have to have the soul armor equipped to be able to prevent that damage from happening. But there's 3 main benefits of the soul armor. 1 is it's extremely defensive. 2, it lets you walk through the world of evil. And 3, it's one of the 3 pieces you need to be able to actually activate the Phoenix. 1 being the Phoenix, 2 being the armor, and 3 being the sword. So you have to have all 3 of those to be able to use it. But when you do, every time you swing your weapon, you get the Phoenix flying from your blade, which is really cool. Alright, here we go. Last moments, can't hold anything back. And GG!
Yay!
Cat clocks in and at 3 hours, 30 minutes, and 20 seconds. Great job. Great job. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well done. Well played. All right. Well, that is freaking awesome. Let's see if Cat wants to say anything really quick. I can't type today.
Hey, typing is hard.
Ever so slightly above estimate. You were very close. 20.9 seconds.
20.
Yes.
What?
Completely.
If I had just actually checked that one spot, that literal one spot that I walked right by in the beginning of the game, I would have been done half an hour earlier.
Right? I was just telling RPGChick that was the same one that I've gotten at least once in the past that I've missed for the same reason.
It is so dumb. Oh my gosh.
Hey, at least you did it, and it's all good.
I did it the whole time.
You pulled through. You did it good. Well, congratulations again to both of you. Great job. Kat, you want to say anything else here now, or you want to hang out? You got a game coming up here pretty quick.
Gosh, it's like I don't know. I get to go home.
It's like I get to go home and come right back immediately.
I'm done playing quintet games today.
Well, unfortunately, I got one more. But I'm excited for this one because I've never actually seen, personally, I've never seen the Legends of Gaia randomizer. I'm looking forward to it.
So you're doing commentary, is what you're saying?
Crap. I said I've never seen it.
Okay. Let's yeah.
If you need a hand, I guess I can stick around.
I mean, if you want to talk, I'll let you in. But I just I want to say thank you, everybody, and thank you, RPG. Absolute moment of need. That was silly that I did not get that one.
Hey, it's all good. We've definitely all had our moments of like, what the hell did I forget?
What is going on here? Oh gosh. Okay.
All right.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. We've got more video game coming up. Believe it or not.
They don't stop here. The bell ain't done ringing yet.
Yep, and Weapon and I will actually. I don't know if you have any other ones in the middle of the week, but I will be back with Weapon and Velociraptor next Saturday, for some FF4 free Enterprise randomizer.
Fabulous. I will be back mid-weekend right now, but with some fun DOS games, some Faerun, a few other things throughout the week. So please stay tuned. RGL doesn't stop coming.
And I'll be back this evening with Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So again, stay tuned. GliitchWiitch again, GliitchWiitch and RPGChick, great job both of you. Good luck in future games, and I'm going to go ahead and get this to the point where you can go ahead and do what you need to do.
Fabulous.
Good luck,
All
Kat.
right.